the lighter. Hold on. It's 5, 6. Okay. Hi. 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 How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody is doing okay. And hold on, I dropped my lighter. I went to put it. Okay, but I hope everyone's doing okay. Where did my notepad go? Hold on. I have to grab my notepad. Oh, Jesus, man. Out of breath. I hit the bong too hard. Now, hold on. I have to. No, I wrote it down. We're doing this reading. But I feel like I skipped a reading. No, I have not. They've all been stamped in. Okay, clocked in. Oh, no, we got what's the gossip about? But that's kind of just like, because so I don't forget. And I feel like, yes, okay, I remember. I'm going to do that eventually. I don't know. I don't really like talking about gossip too much. It's like I feel like I say the same thing. If I do it too often, it's kind of like it's still the same story for you. So it's like we don't need to. I mean, sometimes we need part twos, but sometimes we just don't. I don't know. I watched a TikTok earlier today that like went on for did one of those to me. God, all right, because I'm not gonna go fish and find his part two. I'm not gonna do it. So now I'm just angry, and I'm like, ugh, get that shit out of my face. I'm mad about it. I'm like, fuck your part two. I don't know. I am the survey. Oh, I have. Hold on. Hi, Kinky. How are you? I haven't seen you. I'm not in chat. My phone has the red light. It's like I don't know. It's telling me red alert. Okay, ultra superpower save mode. Okay, they're asking if I should do this. No, but I'll get in there. But I'm not there. Oh. Either way, while this thing figures itself out, I mean, it's. Hold on, wait. Is that it? That is it. Okay, I'll click it and let it load. Okay, this is. Because someone came into the channel and asked me a random question and I couldn't provide the answer. And I felt like it's because too many people want to know. So we need to do a reading on it. It always hits me like, you should just read that. That's a reading. So I'm like, I don't know. I tried to muster up some answer for them. I never got anything. So it's because it needs to be a reading. That was my first reaction. I just didn't bother to say it. But either way, and it's what do they think when you look deep in their eyes or deep into their eyes? I don't remember how I wrote it. Deep into their eyes. I know it sounds so much better. Okay, deep into their eyes. Yes, it's there. It's written properly. But either way, I'll give you something to pick from, and then I'll check what you wrote. Hold on. I don't know what to choose. Thoughts. Okay, this one makes me always have deep thoughts. I like this one. The colors, I like everything about this one. This was like maybe the 5th or 6th deck I got. I don't know. I like this one. It was hard to find. And then when I found it, it wasn't overpriced. I was like, are you kidding me? I love you. Add to cart. Hey, it was one of those where it worked out. Oh my God. What's that one website? It's not Etsy. AliExpress. That one. Ugh. Okay, but I found they spammed me an email or something. No, I was on there searching something. I don't remember how I got there. I don't know what I was doing, but I ended up there and they were like, you might like this tarot card. Oh, that's what it was. I was looking for because I was going to buy this one deck, but I wanted to see what it looks like better. Amazon didn't have any pics. So I searched the deck. And when I did that, it brought up, I went to the sale pages and I'm looking at them and I clicked on one that took me to AliExpress. So I get there and then on the side, they're like showing the whole page is like got like 20 different decks to choose from and they're all like 250 a piece. I'm like, what? What the fuck is this pirate shit? I feel like no. Whenever I tell people that there's some random cheap shit and the price don't line up, is because it's bootleg or it's taken is bootleg or it's stolen goods. It depends on the price range. This is just common sense. There's no way. I used to say I used to trash talk the Dollarama all the time. My ex would get such a trip out of me. Now I want to say, listen, man, he might act like that's the worst. No, he knows that was the best years of it. Okay, it can only get better. It was not bad. But either way, I walk through the dollar store and I'm like, nah, man, there's no way they're selling this shit that cheap. I was like, they're robbing cargo trucks or something. He's like, "What? No." He's like, "You're crazy." I was like, "All right, maybe that's a little too shot out for Dollarama." I'm like, "But man," I said, "the price just doesn't line up." And then all of a sudden, like a year later, boom, they start changing their prices. Everything's this is $4 now. So I'm like, "Oh shit, this kind of makes sense." They made deals with them now and shit like this. I was like, they got tired of getting robbed. They're like, "Listen, Dollarama, please, all right, stop robbing us and selling our shit cheaper. We can't take it no more. We'll cut a deal with you, man. We'll just let go of our nuts." All right? I talk to businesses in my mind. I talked my way to the top of Tellus. The day I Karen my ass to the top of Tellus. It was the funnest day of my life. The guy was excited too. He was like, "I don't talk to people often." I was like, "Oh, do you know?" His name started with a C. I want to say it was a Czech, but it wasn't. He was French, so it was like some French name with a C. I think. I don't remember. I keep trying to remember his name because my ex was like, "Damn, I was on speakerphone with him for like 2 hours doing this shit." I listen. I got the biggest, bestest, baddest iPhone on the block. All right, it was like 1300, 1350 plus tax. I got that shit for $600 because I carried my ass up to the top. All right, and he was just happy to talk to somebody. Either way, I don't know. I this is what do they think when you look deep into their eyes? Okay, we have option one, inspiration. Option two, destiny. Oh, option three, and trust. Wow, these are all really good cards. Goodness, you guys are beautiful people. What would you say? You guys are really nice people. Okay, but either way, what do they think of you when they look deep into you? When they what do what? Wait, what? What do they think of you when you look deep into their eyes? We will find out. It's gonna take me about maybe 20 to 30 minutes to shuffle. Depends on how chatty I am. And then it's gonna be about 30-ish minutes per pile. Depends on how chatty I am. And yes, I'm gonna say plan accordingly and I will see. Got you. Oof, I feel like all bets are on right now for something. Oh man, people get answers from your eyes, I want to say. And people like to look into y'all's eyes. I feel like all this is for all piles. When I start talking about all the piles, it's because they're all gonna resonate for you. I feel like that's a nice reading. It scared me. I feel like, but it did. It yes, fair. It's fair. I'll take it. I'll take it. It felt, what would I call that? Serendipitous enough. I feel like it's got a, for me, I'm like the ultimate, no, Pinky is a, I'm someone who actually like saw ghosts growing up, pointed them to people, tells them, look at it. It's right here. Hello. And they say no. And I say, my God. So I try to prove that that shit don't exist because no one has, I've witnessed it in front of other people and it didn't exist. So it don't exist. So I tell myself. Yeah, listen, it was like, I think I was maybe 13 or 14 years old. Me and my brother had to share a room. Ugh. I don't know. It's like we did not like that. So like we had tiny little beds. It sucked. But we made do because me and my brother get along fantastically. And also he stays up all night. So it's like I would just go to sleep and like he'd eventually I don't know what time he would go to bed, maybe 5 a.m. and then I'd get up in an hour and go to school. It was basically so it's like we didn't have to actually be in the same room ever. But if we ever did, we always agreed on what we liked watching. As I said, we got along. If we had to coexist, we do it. We can do this. Okay, okay. But yeah, no, it was such a tiny space in my mind. That was the place where I hit my head on the fucking desk. Yeah, I still have a dent from that shit. That's how small that room felt to me. But no, it was fine. Either way, I woke up in the middle of the night one night and I saw a ghost at the foot of his bed. This was the most ghostliest ghost man I've ever seen in my life. He had a shape, he had a look. It was like something off of TV. I said I had to be dreaming. I woke him up just to see if I could like judge. Is this a dream? Like, because if it is, I'm lucid dreaming, right? That's how I've seen it. Because I'm like, hold on, so screw. Let's throw some reality. Let's throw some physics in here and see if anything breaks. And I'm like, he's like, I don't know. He like had just went to sleep, so he was like crashed the fuck out, like bloodshot, like the type where you stayed up all night. You go to sleep. It's maybe only been 5 minutes, but your body's already there, and your eyes are already bloodshot and sensitive, like they burn when you open them. Even Oh god. So I'm like trying to get him up. And I'm like, he's not waking up. So I start rubbing my eyes and shaking my head. And I'm like, this is surely gonna do something. It does nothing. It's still there. I caught it. That was the part that made me think it was a dream. Because I caught it. It was like a man, he was old, his beard was down to here. Right? It was a fine beard. He had clothes on. He was one color, like that bluish gray tone, just like they show you on TV. So I'm like, this has gotta be a dream. It's too much exactly like they be showing you on TV. It's too much. It's too much. Right? The firefly. So I'm like, this is nuts. So I sat up because I get up often and I see that and I was like, whoa. And it looked at me and then it froze like that, but it had like a blur look freeze. And I was like, whoa. And I was like, so then I was like, double, whoa. So I was like, is it gonna do anything else? It did nothing else. It stayed like that the entire time. And then I'm like, when is it gonna go away? So all this is happening within seconds. It's like it seems like a while as I tell the story, but no, this is like super fast. Because I mean, and I'm not even scared about it. He's just not intimidating. I don't know what to say. He wasn't intimidating. And I was just like, whoa, whoa, oh, because it's at the foot of his bed, yo. It's taking a seat. It was mid stride of taking a seat and pulling the knees of his slacks up, like when you wear those types of slacks. So it's like there's a timepiece to him, and it's like an overalls. He's wearing overalls, and actually, oh gosh, and yes, a checkered shirt just like this. Okay, but no, different patterns and different colors, but still like a farmer or something. Yes, and I was like, whoa, that's very vivid. This has got to be a dream. And because I was so like, no, this is not a dream. I don't know. I was like waking him up. He finally wakes up and it's still there. And I was like, do you see anything at the foot of your bed? And he was like, what? And I was like, and he's like thinking I'm trying to freak him out. And I'm like, I'm not trying to freak you out. And he's like, okay. So he takes me serious right away. I don't know. Because it's like I laugh too much when I'm okay. But I will laugh when I'm spooked or scared or angry and shit like this. I'll laugh anytime I don't know. It happens naturally. I can't try for it. It just happens. Okay, but either way, like a release. Okay, but no, he's like, I'm like, no, I'm being serious right now. I said, I swear I see there's like a ghostly ghost at the feet of your bed. He's about to take a seat on your feet for reals. Okay, and he tells me he lays back. Oh, he goes, no, it's a figment of your imagination. He waved me off. And I was like, no, seriously, take a good look. I said, you're half asleep. Look at it. I said, I can even still see it. And he sits up and he looks, he says, "No," and he, like, lays back, and I'm like, "But this isn't a dream, though," and I'm like, "But I see it," and I'm like, "I'm gonna go get a snack." I don't know, I was like, "I'm outta here." I called him Walter. I was like, "I'm outta here, Walter." So I no, there's this cat on TikTok, I feel like his name's Walter. I just love that cat, okay? It must be the spirit of Walter. It must be residing in him. Alright, because he gives me the same look the old man gave me, and I have not seen that look since I saw that fucking ghost. I was like, "Oh god, this is great." I was like, "I'm outta here, Walter." And my brother's like, "Who the fuck is Wal—" I don't know if he heard, he didn't say anything, but I'm sure he was like, what the fuck is wrong with my sister? I don't know. He might have just passed right out and not caught any of it. Who knows, right? That motherfucker. He's got a fast mind because I've watched him play Tetris. I'm like, whoa, whoa. The pieces move faster than my mind. Like the MS rate don't. My MS rate don't line up to his rotation. His Tetris rotation. I don't know. I would say things like this about my brother and my ex, and he would somehow, I don't know, get angry. Not angry about it, but like he would try to make me angry about it. It's like, how am I supposed to be angry about that? I don't know. I got that look. Oh, I don't know. I get it. Oh, well, hypnotized easily. Oh, okay. Looks at the sky. But yeah, no, I was out of there, Walter. And my, I can't remember which brother it was. But my grandma, okay, eventually she got sick and moved in with us. This was after our house burnt down, and she repaired and healed from going back in. Okay, and, she's at, like, an old folks home or something, like I don't know where she is, I don't really know, I got have a whole lot going on, I don't really know much about what's going on with grandma her age, I just know she's better now. It's been a while, it's been, like, a year, who knows? But all of a sudden, she kinda needs someone around her all the time, and we kind it's, like, summer, and we're kinda always there, so it's like, we move her in with us shortly. 'Cause then she goes actually to, like, a medical facility because she just, I don't know, got sick. She got, like, the pneumonia, and they couldn't fix it, I don't know, so she had to go, and then she ended up dying, but this was all, like, in its own time frame, but while she was living with us, and it was terrible, I was on red alert, that lady burned our house down in the past. We had a duplex, so she wasn't quite in our home, but it was still the same house, was it not? So I could not sleep easy with that woman in my home, okay? I walked in on her once in the kitchen at like 3 a.m. eating sour cream. And I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, grandma." And she was like, she's eating it with this like the biggest fucking tablespoon you ever seen. This woman is like from the fucking 1800s or something. She used to have brown eyes like me. My mom says, she's like, you got your grandma's eyes. I'm like, I was like, she doesn't even, she's got like blue eyes. What the hell are you talking about? She says, "Oh, no, no, no. They just lost their color." She says, "They're actually gray." I said, "Oh," because I like, well, look at that lady's eyes. She scared the fuck out of me. That lady burned my house. That lady is a creepy woman. She was always so nice to me. They always gave me cookies. She was my babysitter. For one point, I watched a lot of Sailor Moon in that woman's house. Terrified, just like, "Yes, I'll take the cookies." "Oh, you want to wash my okay, grandma, wash my hair." Oh my god, this woman, I'm scared. Mom, please hurry up. Eventually, I started hanging out at my mom's job. I got dropped off early at the bus stop there. I'd walk to her job, and I'd be like, "Please, it's better than going to grandma's house." She's scary. She treats me like a doll. Oh, yeah, like a porcelain doll. You better be the best. I knew I had to be the best around her. I don't know, she's creepy. And then, like, when I get older, my mom told me about all these, like, stories about how strict she is, and I'm like, "Oh god, I could tell, because I had to be like this with that woman. My mouth never slip. Don't ever say a curse word around that woman. Oh, I don't know, she never did anything to me. I just know not to mess with that woman. I don't know. Oh, she would kill me. I don't know, she probably would've. I don't know. That's just what. But then I realized all this when I'm an adult. When my mom, well, not an adult, maybe older teen. My mom tells me all about her. I'm like, oh my god, this is why she made me so stiff. She didn't make me noodle. She made me stiff. Whew. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Right? She was just this little fucking woman, and she walked around like this. And she had just like little curly hair. She literally looked just like a little granny. She even wore granny dresses. I was like, the devil wears Prada? No. The devil wears a muumuu, and she's not even overweight. She's just a little tiny old lady for like I don't know. She's a scary woman. That one. Okay. Anyway. But yes, apparently I have her eyes before they went dull, or I don't know before they changed. I don't know what the hell that is. Apparently it's a thing. The eye can lose pigment. This is what happened to her. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. I'm like, I could go for some old gray eyes when I'm on my hair. I could do that. I would like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like I used to have brown eyes. Okay. Yes. No. But no, I'm not actually trying for that. But I feel like that might actually happen. That's weird. But what is the point of this? Oh yes, my brother with the ghost. And me walking in on grandma. My grandma says she's got a spoon like from the fucking I don't even know where we got this spoon. We probably been toting this spoon around since the damn 80s, if not earlier. It's like an antique spoon that's like the size of my face. She's managing to eat some sour cream out of that. And I was like, "Whoa." I felt like it was embarrassing for her. So I was like, "I'm sorry, grandma. I didn't mean to barge in on you while you was eating that sour cream." So sorry. And because she's much older now, so she's not as intimidating. I'm taller than her even. So like she's not quite as intimidating anymore. I feel like she can't take me. I feel like I know she can't do nothing to me. I feel like that, but I still respect her and care about her. She's my grandma. She never did a damn thing to me. She sent me a gingerbread cookie house like every fucking year. And she was just that nice old lady, but man, ah, oof. Yeah, no, if I go back to being a little kid, yeah, no, that woman is scary, scary, scary. If I met her today, I'd be like, whoa, who are you? Whoa, what's going on there? Right? But no, so I know I could barely sleep with her around. I was always up. And I tell my brother about it in the morning. He's like going to bed. I'm like, I was like, I walked in on grandma last night eating a ginormous scoop of sour cream. And he was like, that's disgusting. I was like, why? Sour cream's actually really tasty. I was like, it kind of made me want to do it. I was, and then he's like, what were you, I don't, he might have asked me. I might have just overshared. I overshare often. But I was like, I was walking into the kitchen because I had hid a Sprite in the, I hid a Sprite in the fridge so no one could drink it. I hid it. All right, I'm great at hiding in the fridge. So I hid that shit in the fridge. And I was like, look, going in there to get my secret Sprite that I hid in the fridge. He's like, you have a secret Sprite? I'm like, yeah. I think I shared it with him. I was like, do you want some? Okay, but no, I was like, but no, he's like, that's gross. I'm like, why is it gross? He's like, because the sour cream is expired as fuck. I was like, it is? He's like, yeah. I was like, how long? He's like, I don't know, probably like over a month. He's like, I went to eat some the other day and I looked at it and I was like, what the fuck is it doing there? And I said, why didn't you throw it out? He says, I don't know. I just put it back. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? I lay back and I'm like, poor grandma. I was like, she's gonna have diarrhea because of that. I said, you could have prevented. I'm thinking, I don't know if I said it, but I'm thinking to myself, you could have prevented her diarrhea. How horrible. Poor grandma. Like, maybe she deserved. Maybe she deserved that diarrhea, dare I say. There, my mother chimes in with her thug shit. Maybe she deserved it. Okay. Drinks a fresca. Okay, mom. Eh, drinks a fresca. Oh man, my corner. I drank all the frescas at my corner store. There's no more, mom. I'm not happy about this. And I'm just, I don't know. I don't feel like telling the lady to restock on fresca. They forgot to restock on the zero Gatorades. I drank all those too. I don't know. They sold out quick, so it's like I wasn't the only one that drank them. They had some on the side, and I kept count, and they got sold. And then they even brought out some red ones. I only got one of them, so it was they sell. I wish they could just remember. I don't want to have to tell them again. I don't know. I don't want to. I'm trying to see if maybe they'll just remember me. Remember my diabetes. Remember me. Oh gosh, remember me. Oh gosh, my arm though, itchy. I think I have dry skin. It's winter. It's actually pretty moist out there. It's soggy and gross and nasty and cold and shitty. Quite shitty. Oh gosh. And then I'm up this morning, right? I've been up. But I'm up this morning. It's like 7 a.m., 7:30 max. And all of a sudden someone comes downstairs. My kid comes downstairs. But they come downstairs and I'm like, what are they doing? Up at this time, usually they're asleep, you know? And they got things in their hands. I'm like, what are they doing up at this time with things in their hands? What are they doing? Are they? I'm like, don't get too excited, Nicole. I was like, but I think they're cleaning. And I'm like, I was like, don't talk to them. Just act like you're doing your thing and let them do their thing and see how this goes. See where we go with this. Don't get too excited. Don't ask them. And so I wait this out, and they make like 20 trips. They're bringing like anything they could find downstairs. Like they take like one or two things at a time. They got cups up there. They hoard all the cups like on their dresser, and then they bring them all down at once and pile it as like dishes day. And I'm like, oh dear Lord. And then I realize that's what they're doing, and I'm watching them pile the dishes, the cups. It's always cups. And I'm like, the cups, the cups, the cups, the cups. So I'm like, I don't say nothing, but I think they can sense it. I'm looking, and then all of a sudden they stop me and they're like, listen, I'm cleaning my room. I'm like, all right, hi, yeah, well, okay. I'm like trying not to like overly smile because I got a split lip. I don't want to crack it. I'm like, uh-huh. And they're like, but I kind of don't know what to do with the bottle collections because they got like a bottle collection going on in the corner there. Oh yeah. Winter break hit hard, quick and fast. It hit hard and it hit fast. We're gonna hit them hard, we're gonna hit 'em fast. No. Oh Lord, no. Okay. Either way. So I was like, they try to act like they're the type that try to act like they don't know what to do. And no, I feel like it's just impossible. I was like, how do you know that? So I told them, you just go get a bag, please. I was like, go get a bag and put the bottles in the bag. That's all you gotta do. They're like, 'cause they were like, I'm gonna leave those bottles. I was like, no, what? You're cleaning your room, but you're gonna leave the bottles? Why? Oh, well, I really don't know what to do with them. And I'm like, how do you just put them in a bag? Oh, we have those? I was like, we have plenty of those. I was like, what is happening to you? What is where's your mind at? I was like, you know, and I have to pee. So I'm like, while running I encountered them whilst having to pee. So we spoke. But I run back into the kitchen, doing my pee pee dance. And I'm like, here. I open the cabinet. They're like, no, no, go pee, go pee. Show me after. I'm like, no, no, no. Just please, please, just look. I was like, that right there, that ginormous box of bags. I was like, they're right there. They're like, oh, okay. Okay. I was like, get like two or three. I'm like, I don't know how many you buy. I do not. I do not keep. No, they're at that age where it's like you gotta. No, it's a learning curve. I feel like no one has the right answer for this. I've asked people, how do you do this? How do you do this? Without any abusive tactics, you just gotta let them do it themselves and suggest it, and like every now and then just go in there and be like, no, do it for them. You have to do it for them every now and then. This is why their job is dishes. So they piled all those dishes on, and I was like, listen to me. I was like, you done got yourself in a disaster here trying to clean this room. They're like, yeah, no, I'm already tired. I said, well, you took like 20 trips with all those cups you hoard, all right? And they're like, okay, but they're like, I can't, I kind of, I said, I'm gonna help you out. I was like, let's sort the bottles. They sort the little plastic bottles. I was like, and let me help you clean your floor up after. And they're like, okay. And so I obviously do everything. I don't know. I push as much on them as they can to help me, but I'm there to just do it all. So I do this because they need a reset. They couldn't do it. They couldn't. So now it's like their room's reset. It's all nice and tidy. Mom came out said, "You have a professional job. You know what I mean? It'll be done." And then they have the job of keeping up with it again and see if they can. It's like a test for them, and it's like I just gotta close that door and let that disaster take place. They broke finally, and the goal is to get them to break sooner. That way, they don't be in mess. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, but it's like, wow, kids are a mess. That's why I say kids are messy, right? But it's like you have to make them feel it and see it without like hurting their feelings and shit. You just gotta let them figure it out on their own. That's why I say there's no age to a kid leaving the house. That stigma about kicking a kid out at 18 is so stupid. Kids are supposed to stay there as long as they need. Not all kids are ready at 18. No, this one's not gonna be ready. No, 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 no. They're even a Capricorn. No, they're the hardest worker ever, but they ain't gonna be ready at 18. They put the effort in. They want, no, they're not. No, that one, no. They need more time. Not after that bag conversation today. No, this one's gonna need a little more time with me. They're not gonna be taken off anywhere. I feel like they're not ready. They don't even want to go anywhere. They're like, they don't. They're at the end of the day, they got standard. You know what I mean? So they broke finally. But now I have the dishes, and this is giving me a disaster because it's like I'm here now. I'm always home, so like the dishes are like always done. Right? So I'm just sitting around doing nothing, always making sure to get the dishes done. Like if I didn't do them, I'm done by 7 a.m. I get them done maybe. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm always on dishes duty, like a little Terminator, like a little Roomba. Okay, I go dance in there and I go do my dishes. It's true. I don't know. I like this, but it happens at any time. But overall, my kid now piled up all these cups, and I was like, listen, I need you to take care of those dishes. They're like, that's the plan. I'm like, please, please follow through with the plan. Please do the dishes. I don't want to do them. I go in the kitchen and I'm already ready to break. I'm like, God, it was clean. It was all nice and pretty. Now it's got tons of cups everywhere. I'm like, ah, ah. I want to just do it myself and be like, okay, you're reset fully. I've continued the reset. Please keep your room nice and keep the dishes nice for the rest of winter break at least, please. Please. Will you please? I don't know. This is the goal. All right. New year, new them. All right. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. If not, whatever we got next year. We'll figure it out. That kid will figure it out one day. All right. because they broke finally. I don't know. It was like 8 a.m. and they're doing this, and I'm like, whoa. I'm like, I want to help them, but I'm like, hold on, don't help them. Yeah, then they're gonna sit down and make you do it. I was like, okay, yeah, no, I gotta wait for them to break again. Once they break silence, is once they break silence, is when they will break. When it's time, when they're ready to take a break, and they're like balls deep in these bottles here. They were like, listen, I'm done, and my room's still messy. That's what they said to me. They're like, man, I just cleaned my room and it still feels messy and looks messy. And I'm like, it's like, God, I don't even want to go in that room. I don't even go in that room. I have my area that I go in. I don't know. It's not that bad. I'm kind of being overdramatic. Yes, no, I'm totally like momming out right now. But yeah, it's not that. No, but it's bad on my standard. I could never. I could never. I could never. I could never. No, when I was their age, I was like mopping the floor with my hands, and I kept my room so clean. We had these stupid tiles that always showed dirt. I couldn't stand it. And it was like, from what? From where? And I mean, I don't know. So I started taking my shoes off at the door to keep my floor clean. I convinced my mom to buy me a Swiffer mop when they came out. I was like, I need something. I'm on my hands and knees in there, like keeping my shit clean all the time. I was like, I don't know how this shit gets so dirty. Do you know what I mean? Like, what is this? Florida is so dirty sometimes. Well, I don't know. It was that place had a really big, bushy, jungly yard, so it's like dirt was around. Anyway, I don't know. I would never, never. I don't know. No, there's a standard. Tidy. It is tidy. I get messy though, because I'm not strict about it. Like I'll let mess take place, and then I might put mess aside. But I will always come back and be like, no, no, I can't. My breaking point is much sooner than theirs. I don't know, unless I'm heavily distracted, right? Like that's what I say when I work. I'm too tired. I just can't. Oh, so I said I needed a vacation. I was happy. Oh, it's this ear. One of my ears died. Hold on. And if you're in the channel, my phone's like completely dead, so I'm gonna try to remember to get in once I start the piles. Okay, let's see. I gotta brew more tea. What's the topic? What do they think when they look deep into your eyes? I feel like a lot of you, this is going to be like someone you date, you know. I don't know, you connect with them. All of you. I don't know, all the piles so far. With these three, like, I don't know. It's good stuff. Nice. Okay. Mortification. Jesus, some of you is like you got like a Medusa-ness to you. Whoa, I wonder what pile that is. Probably the Destiny pile. Destiny. You got the, oops, I just kept shuffling. I guess there's another one needed for the trust card. Makes sense, I guess. Oh, kisses. Oh, it was on kisses when I put the thing down to take my sip of tea. That's kind of cool. I like when it pops back out. When cards pop back out again, it's kind of cool. When things happen twice, because that's not normal. Oh, because I studied math, right? And time and things like this. Not deeply. Okay. Not deeply. Okay. My version is hi, I'm Nicole. It, so I studied this and I realized that time is something that's endless that never repeats. So I was reading about RNG, like random number generators. It's designed to never change or repeat the number. So like an RNG box, like those people, like if you Google it or whatever, they show like the little double digit number thing. That's not a real RNG. The actual RNG just keeps on doubling, multiplying, and changing it, right? And it's never supposed to have duplicates. It just it breaks the rules of something. I can't remember what. As I say, people that are into the shit will know where to fill in the gaps. I'm just here to like talk about some. I don't know. Maybe there's a part of it you don't know. But either way, so with RNG, it's basically magic because they take an RNG box and they study it and they push the number. It goes maybe up to 3 digits, right? So it's just to sample it. It's not so it's designed to just keep on generating past 3 digits, plenty. It's not going to get blocked at 3 digits. It's going to start forcing hiccups because it only does 3 digits, right? But in reality, no, it's continuing. So they push start and it begins. And now from there on out, it's all the mind itself and the power of it to force a hiccup in the generator. And it causes a duplicate. So like it'll be like 1, 2, 3. It's designed some mathematic formula to just keep going, right? Maybe just literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just straight up like this. And like 1 plus 1 equals that plus one. Like that's the formula, I guess. I'm not a mathematician, I know. Okay. I just can understand math somehow. I'm a blind mathematician. No, I want an energy mathematician. I'm not a numbers one. But either way, it's something like this. And now that code is set to, and it will never repeat. But yet it does. So I call this magic. It's mind power. It's the brain. It's the waves. It overrides that. I want to say it's a generator, so it's electricity. It overrides the current. There we go. It overrides the current, and then basically it forces a hiccup. So I want to say that's why I always try to tell people that magic's not real. I mean, there is a 3D version because I do a lot of metaphysical thinking. I call myself a metaphysicist. Okay, but this is because I do a lot of that. Right? And then I find these people that are metaphysicists and they're saying the same exact thing that I've been saying. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I definitely am one of these people because I feel like sending it to my pen pal. I'm like, look, I have the same shit I was telling you 2 years ago. Can you believe this? Eats popcorn. Can you believe this? I was saying that. No, 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 no. I know. Who knew I knew? I knew I knew. I know you knew I knew too. We all knew I know. We all know I know. You know what I mean? I know everything. I just don't even necessarily know when I know. But that's why I said to tell everybody. But overall, so when there's hiccups in the number in the RNG, duplicates, things like this, duplicates basically. It's because of magic, literally mental magic though. The currents. So I want to say like witchcraft and things like this. They do things that inject things into the energy, right? A perfect example, right? As I said, this is metaphysical type talk. You know what I mean? So it's like it's extremes. It's not you're just like this is like some witch who's gonna give you like a little pretty oil with some roses in it. No, no. I'm talking about like actual witches that have covens and do rituals and things like this and sacrifices and all this nonsense, I want to call it. Okay, this goes in many forms. A lot of different cultures have different forms of this type of witchcraft, is what I call it. It's just sorcery that involves way too much. All right. It's wrong. All right. This is wrong. So it's like basically a good example is like Chinese New Year comes around. And I feel like, all right, basically, no, I won't do that. No, it's not a good example. You know, to rewind. I'm not doing the Chinese New Year one. No, okay. Oh, yeah, we'll use that place. Yeah, that place is the good example. Okay, so there's this one place that I know that actually drinks blood as like a New Year's thing, right? They celebrate their New Year's on a different date than us. And what they do is that they take someone, right? Usually, unfortunately, it's a youth, okay? And or just I don't know, there's an innocence to it, so it just has to be the younger, the more innocent. So yes, that includes babies. This is witchcraft. All right, it's just certain. That's why there's a lot of witches out there that aren't in covens, all right? Because they're not down with this shit. Okay, but either way, this is what the covens be doing, and or at least some of them, not all of them. As I said, this isn't about all witches. This is like those ones that are up there doing all of the bells and whistles. They got all the eyes of Newt and all that shit. You know what I mean? So either way, I caught that one. No, but no. Okay, yes. So what they take this person, right? Just for stomach value, we'll just make it a person. They're 18, all right, and they torture them. Now they have fear hormone, stress hormone. They make them cry. They torture them. They prong them. They pierce them. They brand them. They scar them. They cut them. They torture them. Now they have so much different hormones in their blood. Then they drain them. And now it's a sacrifice. And then they collect it. And then they create a wine with it. I cleaned a house that did this. All right, believe me or not, this is entertainment. My stories are highly entertaining. What can I say? Now, I say they're real, but I'm just Nikki. Who cares? Now, my point is that this is yeah, no, that's black magic. It's just that simple. That's what these covens are up to, and that's all that type of shit. And all that. Okay. And what they do is I went to the brewery. I cleaned for a brewery where that's where it took place. So because I clean and I'm psychic and I have psychic touch, right? Ritual day rolls around when they do this, and I get to psychically see it all happen after collecting all the evidence that shows that it exists. So I'm like, whoa, 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 this is happening here. What is going on with this house? What's that pic? It takes a pic, takes a pic, takes a pic. And I feel like, and I kept all the pics. And it's like, so I just don't know who you're supposed to tell. I told someone about it, and they were like, whoa. And I said, yeah, I think it was my brother. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? Walk into the police station, like, listen to me. I am Spiderman, local psychic, okay? And I'm here to tell you that there's some crazy shit happening right under your noses. And then what happens next psychically? I already am conversating with this, and I ping the person I'm talking to, and they're like, oh no, we already know, we cover that up. And I'm like, oh, goodbye, sir. I'm so sorry to tell you that I know all your information. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm going back to my dragon den. Come find me if you dare. Okay, and then they leave me alone. So that's why there's no one to tell, but anyone that wants to listen and anyone that like can resonate with it because they're kind of in that community or they've been exposed to it or they're just like a good story and they like entertainment. I mean, take it how you want. I really don't give a fuck. Okay, this is just shit that I've witnessed. I had to witness a lot in life. But yeah, no, that's I don't like them. I don't like them types of witches. And there's men and everything that are doing it. I don't know. They all have different titles for themselves and shit like this. Lodges and that's what I'm saying. That place was a brewery, and oh yeah, that's what it is. They make all this wine and then they hand it out to everyone in the community that's in their community, their secret community. Then people drink this blood wine, sacrifice wine, and then they feel like they get immortality, but they don't. These women, the woman that I saw, she drinks a glass a day, and that lady sits there and praises for Jesus every day. And she is sitting there letting that, she's drinking that shit every morning. All right. Or is the other one, the other one's drinking it. They're all drinking it, man. It's drinking some wine, blood wine, literally. It's gross. All right. And I don't know what it does to them, but it's like a bunch of different people. There's like a secret little community that people that participate in this wine, they deliver to everybody. It's disgusting. Oh, I want to say to the DNA. You just got DNA sample it. I'm sure I don't know. It was so gross because after I felt like something had happened and I started cleaning and I started getting more visions about stuff that I was thinking about a year ago. I'm like, oh shit, all right, it happened, I guess. And I'm cleaning and I see every time I get there, there's always these empty residue glass of wines. And then I remember way, way back when my boss tried to make me drink some wine. They're like, they make the wine. And I'm like, ew, I hate wine. Oh, come on, drink it, drink it. Spit that shit out. Ugh. Ugh. I don't want that. I don't like wine. All right. And then all of that happens after, and I'm like, ew. It it was on my palate. Gross. All right. That's why no, I did not digest that nonsense. Gross. Ugh. Gross. I even went to the bathroom and rinsed my mouth out. No, straight up. Gross. Yeah, no, they put all sorts of stuff in there. So no, I'm not interested. That's why I say when I talk about witches, I ain't talking about like I'm talking about the ones sitting around not doing shit like that. I'm talking about the witches that are like in on some deep shit. And it's because I'm hella offended with them because they don't want me to find love and I want to tell them to eat shit. All right, get in the way of my. I tell everyone on Twitter, get in the way of my dick dreams and watch you fold. All right, I have dick dreams. All right, so I have to be alive in order for that to happen. So that means by any means necessary. Either way, all the powers of love. Yes. I'm sorry, mom. My mom's like Nicole. Okay, this is hi. I'm back. Okay, I'm done ranting and reminiscing and telling stories and shit. Right? and BSing, we'll call it. What is I'm done shooting the shit. I love to shoot the shit. But what do they think when you look deep into their eyes? Okay, we have option 1, inspiration, option 2, destiny, and option 3, trust. So go ahead and pick your pick. And I want to say it's going to be about 30 minutes per pile. And plan accordingly. And I will see you there, roughly, give or take. I guess just check in around 30 minutes, give or take. And I'll try to keep up with chat. Let me get in chat. I'm sure the phone is charged enough. Oh, there's some chat to read on. I'll read it real fast. Oh, we're not very charged, but I'll catch up with chat at least and put it back on charge. But either way, I will see you at your pick. Bye. Hi, Dylan. Are we at the top? Yes, no, no. Okay. Oh, hi, Susie. You were first here. Hi. I hope you're doing good. And hi, Kinky. Can you do your next job reading? I mean, I guess, but I guess we'll just try to peek into what your next job will be like. Okay, let me write it down. Or, yeah, what will your next job be? That could go even for people that have a new job, you know? Like that, they just got it. It's considered to be their next job, you know what I mean? Either way, so yes, I can, Kinky. I wrote it down. I'll write your name. I always forget everyone. This is a request. I just forgot to write the person's name. Kinky. With the kisses. Mwah. I like the kisses. I like those lips. I think they're cool. Anyway, Susie, can we do what our ancestors need us to know? Oh, sure. Hold on. I will write it. Okay, yeah, that's actually a really fun one. I feel like what our ancestors need. This is killing my hand. A spiral. They're hurting me. Right? None of this is gonna work. Need what? What our ancestors need us to know and do. Okay. Oh gosh, I did the best I could with writing that. Oh God, my grandma was left-handed too. I was like, oh, damn. I don't know. I felt like I was looking into my future. I will never allow what that woman. I would never do what that woman did. That woman burned my house down. I swear she might have did it on purpose. That lady's crazy. Either way, hi Dylan. Hope you're having a great day. You have a request too? Okay, hold on. You know, I need a new page. This one's gonna be easier to write though, because it doesn't have that stupid spiral. What is my Aunt Shelby's intentions? Okay, I need you to do a quick reading, one card reading about my Aunt Shelby. She has a will sign and ready. I can do it maybe at the end, or I could do it privately too. I need you to reading, one card reading about my Aunt Shelby. Oh, hold on. I'm focusing hard here. Okay. Well, I'll put a note to do it after I'm done. And you have to try to remind me. Okay? Because I don't want to do it right now. No, I can't interrupt. I must start. Okay, but hold on. I'll just put a star and write Dylan. Right? Did I spell it right? There's like so many ways to spell your name. Yes, I did. I spelled it right. Right? Funny Cancer, I need to know her intentions and what she wants in the will. Oh, quick reading. Oh. Okay, I could do it at the end. Okay, good. I was like, okay, I started reading. Wait, there's a time limit. Okay, no, what is this? I want to say, don't put too much on it though. I feel like just use it for some type of clarity. Either way, hi, baby Floor. Oh, thank you so much. I'm happy you enjoy them. I love to do them. Okay, they're the easiest way to make a video for me, and I also get to socialize. I'm told this is good. Right, I've been told this my whole life. And like, oh, you need to try to make friends. I say, okay, I try. I'm terrible at it, but anyway, let's put it here even. But yeah, no, I don't mind to do that. Okay. My stomach. I needed something big to eat. I have to order something really big. I think I want a pizza. I want like tons of bread in my stomach. I watched a TikTok where a girl did that. And she was like, the love of her life will be in her eyes or something, and it was with the letter B. She shoves her man aside, and it was a slice of bread. I was like, I love bread. Ah, it's so good. Okay, wait, hold on, brightness. I'm coming. Okay, what is this? Oh yes, option one, inspiration. Okay, and this is for not the right page at all. Forgot I did that. This is what do they think when they look deep into your eyes? Okay, wish. Wow, wishes come true. As I say, a lot of people like you. Okay, inspiration. They look up to you naturally. Very few relate to you. Very few. I feel like you kind of have to not lower like a standard or nothing, but you have to, I feel like, change up or something to connect to people. You don't connect easily. You have to like actually connect to people. I feel like so when you look people in the eyes, they connect to you easily. Like you allow them to connect deeply into your eyes. I feel like okay, the inspiration card is Isis and Osiris, yes. Either way, this is Isis and Osiris, and I feel like those people are considered in mythologies and stuff. They're considered the Egyptian gods and things like this, or whatever that is, or certain creation myths and things like that, right? They're like, yeah, no, they're the people in the tombs, right? They're the ones with the crocodile heads. I'm sure of it. Either way, something like this. They have like God energy. Do you know what I mean? So basically, there's an intensity to you. There's something. I feel like if you have dark eyes, you have a nice glare to them, a spark in them, a gleam, a shine. I feel like I feel like most of you will have dark eyes. I feel like I don't know. Even this buffalo's got dark eyes. That's why I say you have Okay, you connect probably very easily to animals. What do they think? Oh my God, I saw a TikTok and I could tell it was kind of real. Right? Like there's this random raccoon that this boy feeds or something like this that lets him pick him up. Oh my God, his mom filmed it. Oh, that raccoon loves that boy so much. I was like, where's my raccoon? I want my raccoon. I want a raccoon to snuggle. I love raccoons. I don't know why. There's this guy on YouTube that had a raccoon, but they got rid of it. They had to get rid of it. I was like, oh, sad. All right, either way, you connect to people within their eyes. You might be empathetic, whether you like it, know it, or not. You might be turned off to it and you don't realize it. Maybe you don't like to look people in the eyes. I feel like if you don't, okay, the thread card. I feel like only with certain people, maybe. As I say, not other people make direct eye contact with you. But whenever you do, I feel like now I'm picturing Cyclops. Like you have a stare or a beam in you, a beam of light, something like this. So you might have really dark eyes. And I feel like you might have black eyes, but some people might think you have black eyes. I feel like, or maybe people teased you having black eyes or something like this growing up. Maybe you had really dark eyes. True feelings. I don't know. Something about it. It ends up being like, oh wow, that's kind of scary. It's like when you look into a camera lens, right? You know how it has like that rainbowy tint on it, but I feel like if you took that off and it was just like a black lens, people feel like they're looking into a lens and they feel watched and they feel judged and they feel like there's a camera on them. Do you know what I mean? They get like this turned on. They turn on when you make the eye contact. They turn on. Something like this, like you bring an inspiration, like but they're inspired to be bright and turning on. Like so, people show you themselves instantly. They show you their true colors right away. Firefly. I almost said firecracker. I want to say you might cause people to get angry. You get a lot of, I want to say you get a lot of death stares. You get a lot of side glances. You get a lot of people look and I feel like try to intimidate you or you know what I mean, like something like this, and it doesn't really do that to you at all. I don't know. There's something I feel like you feel personally, like when you look people in the eyes, I feel like you have a sadness about it. So I feel like you kind of don't like to look people in the eyes because of the way they treat you or something. You don't like what people feed you back. You don't like what people are reporting back basically. You don't like the reflection. People start to reflect them, so like they start to show themselves like a camera whore to your eyeballs, something like this, and they don't. You end up not liking what they show you. It's just that simple. So I feel like it makes you kind of sad. I feel like you kind of maybe avoid eye contact so that maybe people won't. I feel like do this to you. I feel like you kind of you almost get, I want to say, laser pointed, laser focused. So I feel like eye genetics. You know how they have like the eye key codes and things like this on the James Bond's movies. It's something like this. You feel like people see something in your eyes and then they treat you, I want to say, a shitty way. Most of it is not very nice. It's mostly sideways peace signs, like, or like even like a middle finger, or even like a gun. Do you know what I mean? Like people don't like you. They shoot like a laser beam at you or something. They don't like you. Okay. The festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. So I feel like you might be kind of lonely, but either way, people can see that you're lonely. So people, I feel like the ones that aren't coming after you afterwards, I feel like you bring out a brightness in some people. They put on and they when what they put on and display to you is great. They show you some great things that they can do, and it's fun, and you like it. I feel like I don't know, the Buffalo card. I feel like people like to show you what they do. People like to say, "Look what I look at. Do you want to look at this? Do you want to look at that?" I feel like, and you like to look at it. I don't know. But the minute you get seen, or the minute someone sees you and looks into your eyes, then there's a, I don't know, like they don't like they don't like what you judge. It's like you must openly show it in your expressions or your eyes. They can somehow, it's like they can see themselves doing it and they don't like what they see. And because it's all in the subconscious, it ends up being where they yell at it like it's you, but it's really because of the depth in your eyes. Okay. So I want to say a lot of people have this Chiron. Is that Chiron? Yeah, Chiron's Chiron is the wounded guy, yeah. Time for healing the wounded guy. Okay, a time for healing, balsamic moon. I feel like eat something. I don't know. I feel like maybe you're stressed. I feel like okay. So what do they think when you look deep into their eyes? I feel like you can read into people's souls. It's just that simple. You read into their souls, and then the darkness reflects it back on them. They start behaving like they let their emotions out. They expose their soul, so to speak, their colors to you. And then they see it themselves in the reflection, and they hate what they see, but they're not smart enough to see that it's the subconscious there, and they take it out on you. And then time for healing for you. So I was going to say, you don't like eye contact because most people seem to not really be very nice around. I would say it's the people you're around. All right, you might be surrounded you might live in a bad city for it. You might live in a bad home. We might come from a bad family from before it. But either way, there's a depth in your eyes that people don't like to look into. But I feel like, and you have a glare, you have a stare, I feel like you have a laser, like it's almost like you have laser something. I feel like so people they come down on you any way, shape, or form. Some peaceful, some not, some really not, some really fucking hate you. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. So like you're like okay, avoid eye contact, and I feel like but no. Eventually, I feel like you either get older or something happens where you don't care to avoid eye contact. They've triggered you. So I feel like because you know already why people treat you this way. You have an inner knowing. You know this. This is something you've had your entire life. You and this other person in a small portion of the world. There's like an inspiration to you, right? You have goddess or god energy, right? You have a very powerful mind. So I feel like you're open about it subconsciously. And people are always picking up subconscious hints. You know what I mean? So people will naturally dislike you, but it's because they already know that you're going to see them and judge them. And they judge themselves by the treatment that they put on you. So I feel like you could be the nicest person to someone and they're still going to treat you how they deserve. to be treated in a sense, but by their imagination standards. We don't agree with certain types of punishments and treatments. You know what I mean? We all got our own way of life there, and I'm not here to debate it at all. So basically, like tolerance for it, what you consider something to tolerate. So the destroyer, basically, there's a breaking point. And I feel like to where you expose, I call it unzipping, but basically you expose that you're not afraid to look at people. You just know why you don't, because you know what it causes, and it's nothing, ain't nothing sweet. Like, yeah, no, I love that one. That one came out while I was in Miami. Oh, it was so cool. I loved it. I got to ride on the highway listening to this with the windows down. Oh, it was so nice. Yes, this was like in 2012 or maybe 13. I don't know. But either way, I feel like no, it's nothing. No, 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 no. They're like whoever that is. You're like you think you're big. Oh God, I don't know. You don't do it for just anything, and I feel like it's because it's never that serious. It's never quite anything serious. So you have a command in your eyes, and I feel like, and you're not alone. There's a telepathy that comes to this mind power, this mind magic. I feel like a lot of people might call you a witch. You're not a witch. You're a mind wizard, we'll call you. Okay? It's something like that. I feel like, but it's because you just have to set your mind. It's so powerful. You set your mind, and then boom, that's how it goes. I feel like it's a very small, select few that can do this. How many? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Point is that you're in a condition, you have a mind like this. You're someone that can poltergeist yourself and things like this. So I feel like if your subconscious is upset and you're ignoring it, prepare for shit to happen to you. Do you know what I mean? But either way, I want to say you avoid eye contact because you just don't want that. You feel like people are going to see into you. And it's like, no, they're going to see their reflection. So I feel like that's why I say there's a sadness to this, and there's a learning curve to it, and then there's an empowerment in it. So I feel like you have this empowerment already. You already have that. Like there's that sense of looking down and then looking up, and then that's it. Oh shit! Oh shit! Run, bitch, run! Like whoever that person is, run, bitch, run! Because the destroyer, you woke it. You woke the dragon. You woke the dragon. Again, either way, I feel like it's time for healing. I feel like you can chill. I don't know. Either way, you can look people in the eyes. I feel like, and you're able to handle whatever these motherfuckers say to you or throw to you or do to you. And I feel like it's because you're bulletproof. You know this. You're considered bulletproof. So I feel like you do this. The destroyer. I feel like so. Then I feel like that's why I say there's an unzip. So there's a sense of standing up for yourself that you'll do to people, and now people can see this in you. So people do not mess with you. I feel like that you might actually show people your history. You might be very open. People don't see you as timid at all. So I feel like you avoid it still because you don't want people to sit there and be scared of you and see you as this destroyer. But I feel like time for healing, there's a sense of like avoiding eye contact because you don't want people to be scared of you. As I say, a lot of people get scared of you, and it's not now, it's because you've turned it off. Like, turn off the lights. Like, you can turn off your lights. That's what it is. You can turn off the lights and stop reflecting on the people and show them behind the lens. And then they see you and everything you've been through and things like this. And you can project. That's what it is. I call it eye projection. You can project images into people's minds through the eye. Sounds crazy, right? But this is a tarot channel, so we're here to explore the box and dig inside of it, right? So the destroyer, okay, you have this in you, behind you, and I feel like so you have the lens. I feel like it's a mirror, like a one-way mirror. They realize it's a one-way mirror. You cut the lights on your side, it turns the lights off on theirs, and they're like, "Oh my God, what's behind there? Oh my God." So you don't, I feel like, so you try to keep the mirror on, and then it's exhausting. So I feel like you prefer just avoiding eye contact, true feelings. People expose their true feelings about themselves onto you, right? They start feeling their true feelings of themselves onto you. So I feel like if someone like falls in love with you, this person really is in love with themselves, like hella in love with themselves. Like, you know what I mean? But they see themselves in you so much that they're able to fall in love with you. All right. But that's what it is. It's making me think about that song, Runaway, where the little boy fox is talking to the sea fox. All right. Well, they're talking separately, but he's saying once you find yourself, then you find love. something like this. Okay, so it's like it's kind of sweet. So I feel like you get a lot of people that hate and then act because you turn them on. You make them want to put on a show for you. You have watcher. They can see you're watching them. They can see some can see it's a lens. They can tell or they imagine it to be a lens even, and it is. Their subconscious is picking up that you're watching. You're always watching. But you're the destroyer. You're like eye of what is it? Oh gosh, what is that eye called from the Lord of the Rings? I was on like I went to meet a dude and we went and hung out at a thrift shop and he knew what it was. I have Mordor. Right? Yeah, no, it's like the eye, the evil eye, even like something like this. You don't have the evil eye, but it has something to do with owls because at the end of the day, it's a pair of owl eyes. But either way, I feel like so you're a watcher. So I feel like so you've witnessed and watched, and you're able to change your eye to different types of lens type looks or glares or depths or glosses and shines and matte finishes even like your eyes will look different shades of maybe color but not so much. I feel like maybe you might transition a bit. You might have some like lightning some days and some darkening some days. Like some days your eyes might seem really light or and sometimes you're you know what I mean there's a little bit of a change there, but I feel like the darker your eye the harder it is to see. But overall people find this very attractive. A lot of people like you and find you attractive and then they want to impress you. They want to please you, impress you, and they're happy. Some of you they get very angry with what they see. People that aren't happy with themselves. So that's what I say. The more people that are nasty to you when you haven't done anything to deserve it, and I feel like you're someone that can judge that with the inspiration card. I feel like then the more terrible people that are around you. It's just that simple. It's not you. You're just consumed by it. You're just that. It's like the yin and the yang. That just means you're the white dot surrounded by the black. Right now, hold on. I have a yin yang. There, it's a grinder, but still, it just means you're this one right now. You're that tiny little white dot surrounded by darkness. Right? But sometimes you're going to be the black dot surrounded by white light. So I want to say, basically, it depends on where you're at, and it depends on how people treat you. The crow card, I don't know, something about giving out messages. So, as I said, people can read messages. I feel like directly shot from your eyes. The doctor card, a lot of people, it makes people go a little nutty. I want to say it makes people break down. Some people, like I guess the ones that are resonating more with like some rage and some inner issues. I feel like that's what it is. You somehow accidentally you pull out their inner issues. I don't know why. I don't know how. You know what I mean? I guess the reflection, but even if there's no reflection, I feel like you could still do this. So the doctor card, a lot of people like feel nutty. They maybe try to call you crazy, and it's like the people that call you crazy the most are the ones that are truly the crazy ones because they're talking about themselves at the end of the day. Even if you are crazy, or even if you resonate with being a little crazy, they're still talking about themselves. You see what I'm saying? It's just they just happen to align. You guys align with that insult, comment, compliment, whatever it may be. But yeah, no, it's them. So anyway, the child card, Jack of Spades. So something about inner child. As we said, people like they don't necessarily view you as mommy. You know what I mean? But they or daddy. They view you as someone to show something to. Like, look what I did. Like, because they want you to judge it. They want you to watch it. They want you to witness what they've done. They want you to see it, and they want you to be happy with it. They want praise. People want you to praise them. You know what I mean? They like this because it's something with your eyes in your eyes. If they can see it in your soul, you like show your soul through your eyes to everyone. And I feel like, and that includes the bad side. And I feel like the more pure someone's soul is, because we're at zero, that's base zero. Now, if you're 100% pure, it's a spectrum. It goes the other way too, subconsciously. So that means subconsciously, you're 100% the most evilest thing on this planet. You see what I'm saying? So there is a duality to you, but there's also a middle ground, a zero, a base consciousness. Because with great power comes great responsibility. So you're someone who can be there. So even though you have destroyer, people probably treat you, some people are going to treat you like that, and you've never done anything. All right. And I feel like it's not because you did anything necessarily even in a past life. No, it's just because you're capable. And they're really honestly not. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're someone who's fully capable and everything, or like you know how to solve a problem, if you're not, like, you know what I mean? Some people just are not. It's just that simple. And I feel like a majority of people are around you probably. So that's why maybe you get a lot of negativity. All right. But what do they think when when you look deep into their eyes? They realize they do self-reflection. I feel like it's kind of like you make someone go drunk right quick. Like they might not even be drinking, but like say you encounter someone and then they're gonna say something to you like, "What are they drunk?" Like, why would they say that? They blurt out to you. They just, and I feel like, and a lot of people end up regretting it after. They're like, "Why did I do that? Why did I let them get me so upset? Why did I?" You know what I mean? Like there's a sense of like you make this come out of people. I feel like only the bad people. Everybody else is kind of like they're happy. They smile, they get shy. You cause direct reaction. I feel like to everyone around you, it feels like you're watching. If they're distracted with like a phone, this isn't the same. No, there are some people that can be distracted and still be on lookout. And I mean, so it's like there's it depends on the person and their energy. But a lot of people are just regular people and they're on their devices and they don't notice any of this. It's like 80% of the people around you. But then there's like a 20% mix of all different other types of people. And some of them hate your fucking guts. And some of them love you. I feel like more people love you than hate you, trust me. I feel like there's a good 18% of love and then a 2% of hate. Yes. And then the other 80% of that, that 20% goes to the other 80%. And those 80%, I feel like they're distracted. They're all of this happens above their heads out of nowhere, like or beneath them, like they don't see it. So the caution card, okay, a time for healing. I feel like you have some type of yeah, no, you have a caution to you. There's like a warning sign that comes with you when you look people in the eyes. I feel like, but you can change the lens. And I feel like, but if you're on a day where you're thinking or something, then I feel like who knows what your lens is. So either way, what do they think when you look deep into their eyes? Caution, caution, caution. They get scared. That's why I said they go off and they do some self-reflection, time for healing. I feel like they like it's like someone that like ends up being crazy and stupid. Oh, I can't believe I let that person trigger me. Oh my God. Let's go eat and do this. And I feel like, but caution, they don't never want to mess with you again subconsciously ever. Right? The child card. I don't know. The doctor and then the child card and then the caution. I feel like you somehow caution people, everyone. And I feel like it's kind of works off of the subconscious, all of this. So if the person is somebody that is like trying to harm you or just be mean to you or use you, someone that you need to be take caution, excuse me, someone you need to take caution from. I feel like they go the craziest, but overall, they're and I feel like excuse me, the fastest. I'm not a fish. I'm not a fish. I got hands. All right? This is a trick my kid taught me to get rid of hiccups. You just tell yourself you're not a fish, and it seems to work. So either way, fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and elements to achieve your goals. Tread softly as not to disturb the woodland floors. Time for healing. So as we say, they start to tiptoe around you. A lot of people call you a narcissist or like, but I feel like no, those are just narcissistic people or people that have been injured by narcissists and they're damaged and they can't tell. But I feel like no, you're not a narcissist at all. I feel like those are narcissistic people pushing it off on you. So respectfully work with the fairies and elements to achieve your goals. I feel like you respectfully work with magic. You respectfully work with this mind power. You know well about it. I feel like you respectfully look people in the eyes. Like if it's called for, you do. There's no destroyer. Like just because you looked in their eyes, you have to destroy them. No. I feel like when people end up seeing it, and I feel like you give them a glare, you give them a look, you give them a depth, you change something. Maybe a shape, the shape of your eye, something like this. You're very expressive. So people love that you're expressive. As I say, 80% people love you. I don't know, they love you. They feel like if you bump into someone and you have a chat with someone, oh, they can't wait to see you again. They hope to bump into you again so that y'all can chit chat. I feel like just you kind of brighten up people's day. You inspire people. I feel like you got a lot to say, think, and you got a lot of knowledge in you, and it's all in your eyes. So when you talk to people, they pull it out, they see it on you. Oh, that's what it is. Guilty consciences. So I feel like if someone has a guilty conscience, I feel like they somehow see it on you, straight up, and they'll say it about you. they'll say it as you. Like they firmly believe it's you. It's almost like a mental illness, but it's kind of not. It's just like a battle of the subconscious and the conscious. Like the subconscious is trying to bleed out, and some people will allow it. This is your emotions. All right. So the caution, I feel like, but there's a negative side to the emotion, and then there's a positive side to your emotions. But then there's also the zero, the base conscience, the base, where you're like detached. It's detachment. You can't be a human and be detached. This is silly. I mean, you can, but this is silly. What's the point of living here if you're detached? You have to allow emotions, all right? So if you're someone that can go to 100, you can't restrict that. That's who you are. If you're someone that only goes to 50, you can't restrict that. That's who you are. You know what I mean? If you don't like it, you have to learn self-acceptance. Because you have to realize that you're just as good as you are bad, no matter who you are, no matter how strong or like, I mean, no matter what the dial is on your evil or whatever. You know what I mean? It's the exact opposite for the other side. It's not 100%. It's 200. There's 100% that way, and then there's a negative 100%, and then there's a zero right in the middle. So, and it also, yes, okay, like Pocahontas always says, yes, it connects. It's like a circle, like a hoop that never ends. Yes, it is. So either way, cyclamen, right? Resignation. Say goodbye to what you no longer need. So I feel like you're someone who has to pull out those eyes, but you don't often. I feel like you're someone who likes to hide them, but you don't need to. So you say goodbye to anything you don't need, and I feel like it's because of eye contact. Eye contact, eye contact. You say goodbye to all of the reasons why you don't like it. And you kind of put up your own little middle finger. You're kind of the one putting this up right now. Like, read it how you want it. It's your subconscious. It's not them. They're tired of filtering themselves and their eyes and their thoughts, which is you. You know what I mean? So you're like, filter it yourself with your own subconscious. If you get angry, it's because you have a guilty conscience. If you get mad at me and you hate me, it's because you hate yourself. If you get, I mean, not you as the viewer, but I'm speaking for you. So, and you know, I mean, it's literally right back at you. Like they shoot it at you, and then you shoot it right back. Okay, and you know this. So, and you know what you mean when you say things to people. So when you look them in the eyes and you say it to them, they know. Do you know what I mean? They know because you know. And a lot of people tell you things or tell other people things and they don't really quite know. So people can always subconsciously read the unassurance that's behind the lack of knowledge that comes behind the answer. Even if it's just a lie or just a fib or just like a confidence boost, like they're no. So they can sense you truly do know. So they basically, if you say, "Wow, I loved that. That was so cute," or like, "Oh, I really think that that's really sweet of you," they look in your eyes while you tell them any compliment. They know it's true just because you are expressing it to them. So when you say something like "leave me alone" or "you don't want to fuck with me" or "you didn't meet my ex" or "you haven't met my ex-boyfriend," yeah, no, you didn't meet my couch man, my couch boy. Hey, no, that guy, I feel like no, you didn't meet him. So it's like there's a lingo to it behind it, and there's a depth in your eyes, so that people just read it how they want to. And I feel like you've tried very hard to just change yourself up, always express yourself properly, so that people will read it how you mean it. And I feel like I feel like unless you're doing that, people just read it how they want it. And some people will still read it how they want it, regardless, because of the mirror effect. So I want to say, and it comes because you have a darkness to your eyes, not because you have blue eyes or green eyes or any of this, but you could. But it's more so the darker the eye, the deeper the reflection, because it's like a one-way mirror aspect. So I feel like if you don't have dark eyes, this reading's probably not really for you, but it could be because maybe you have some really deep, big pupils or something like this. Because now I'm looking at this owl, he's got glowing eyes. So that's what I say. You could have any color of eye, but this is what it is. I guess it's because it's in your pupil. It's not about your iris. So I feel like if you do any type of drugs and you have big dilated pupils, then it still it basically maximizes the effect, makes it bigger. So I feel like, so the darker your eyes, the more easier maybe it is for them to express it. Maybe like they close up a bit. Maybe I don't know, because that's something to do with the iris for sure. Who knows? Either way, say any goodbye to what you no longer need. I feel like you don't no longer need to edit yourself or your eyes for nobody. You can look anyone in the eyes if you want to. I don't know, the melancholy, you don't never have to look down. I feel like most people are not going to give you this terribleness. I feel like you're not in that environment no more. The palm tree, Stability, security, performance, growth, endurance, and flexibility. As I say, that's like jumping through hoops. You're someone who's capable of it. If you're capable, if you have this power to you and you have these eyes that inspire people and make people think, because you inspire them with things that they want to do. And it's because they looked at their soul and their mind, like their dreams, their you know what I mean, their depth. They looked at theirs through yours. They use it as a mirror to see themselves, and you do something that they used to do or like to do or want to do, but then they see the reflection of them doing it, and it's something they used to do, like to do, or always wanted to do, and they go off and do that now, or behave that way, or say that now. But it's because they see that that's something that is a part of them. They like this. It's like a reconnection. So I feel like they either like it or don't, or something like this, right? But basically, you could jump through hoops like crazy, but it's exhausting on you. I feel like you don't need to. And I feel like that's what it is. I feel like you were doing this as a courtesy all the time. And I feel like, and life still treated you crappy. You stopped doing this, and life still treats you exactly the same as it was when you did. So there's a sense of relaxing. Okay, this is even making me think of some Jesus shit. You see how that hand is crucified? It's got like a stake through it and it's bleeding. As I say, people really, really, really don't like you. I feel like you might have had someone try to stab you even. Okay, palm tree and then the tree. This has to do with health. So I feel like your health is very, very stable. I don't know, you're in great health. I feel like you're somebody who has great health. I feel like if you get sick, you don't stay sick long. I feel like you might pull off some miracles here and there. And like if you catch a cold, I feel like you might heal from it or something. You know what I mean? There's a genetic cleanliness to you that I feel like a coding or something. There's a particular, I feel like, strong family or bloodline or tie or something like this, and you're a part of a very powerful tree. I feel like one that's like a palm tree, and it doesn't break. It doesn't ever break. I don't know. And I feel like, and here's another tree too. This baby's about to go climb up that tree. It looks like a peach tree, maybe an orange tree. But overall, I feel like trees about health, things like this, Seven of Cups choices. I feel like time for healing. I feel like you got some mental healing to do where you have to work through these hurdles with your perception and acceptance that you're not going to be. I feel like you can sit there and be the palm tree forever, but eventually that hurricane's going to stop, and then you're going to be forced to just be the tree. But I feel like you can morph into the palm tree. So I feel like when things get tough, you pull out the destroyer and you become the palm tree. I feel like, and then when things are chilling, I feel like you're back to being the solid little, I guess maybe an oak tree. I don't know what this tree is, but either way, what is it? We have the clouds card and then the anchor card. What do they think when they look deep into your eyes? Wish, I don't know, kisses. A lot of you, they fall in love with you, even if they don't like you. Very few will actually throw hate at you. I feel like even if you feel like they hate you, it's still like they still enjoy looking into them because you do give them insight, you give them knowledge, you give them everything they need to know. I feel like you project it to them somehow. You talk about it, you tell them, you show it, and I feel like you do it through the eyes. I feel like respectfully, you don't never force anything into anyone's eyes. It's always what they choose to grab and see from you. Like you're kind of like an encyclopedia, and that people can pull it out. Their subconscious connects to your eyes and pulls out knowledge that their subconscious has been looking for. And then their brain gets on fire and it's either good, bad, or whatever. But the doctor card, a lot of you, where it gets bad, they get bad. They need to go to a doctor, even. They get hurt. Like they hurt themselves, they get mentally hurt, they get something. Time for healing. No, caution. I feel like you do nothing, they do it all themselves. And I feel like, so resignation, I feel like you don't like driving people crazy like this, so you don't do this. As I said, but you learn to disguise it or something, or mirror or something, like or isolate it. I don't know, but overall, people get very inspired over it. At the end of the day, so a lot of people like to try to look into your eyes. Thread. A lot of people think they're your soulmate because of this. I feel like because you are, you're someone who's like everyone's soulmate, and you feel like it's your job. You're maybe someone that likes to share random facts or info, or you like to just share or talk about anything really. And I feel like maybe just you're someone that's considered like a mentor figure. You know what I mean? A good parental figure. And a lot of people, even if they're adults, they still need someone. Like, okay, I saw TikTok where there's a clip. I guess I saw a few people use it. So now it was my first night on TikTok. Right? So I didn't realize that this was a clip. I thought it was a person really genuinely coming up with this joke. But they were basically, the line is, I need an adult. And then they're like, I am an adult. And they're like, I need an adultier adult. Okay, you're one of those. You're an adultier adult. And you know things. I feel like whether you know them or not, people can pull them out of you. I feel like so whatever people want to know, they can pull it out of you. But I feel like that's why I say so some people that know how to do this and know people like this and know people with eyes like this, they benefit off of you. Okay, so I feel like yeah, they see the magic in you. So they like to force eye contact. They like to, you know what I mean? There's all sorts of people that are gonna mess with you. But the destroyer card, you know when to mess with. And I feel like eventually they I don't know, something about getting the message, understanding, something like this. So it kind of wards off a lot of bad people so that you don't ever really have to go there. And like I said, it's some type of bird energy. So you're not alone with this. Like other people have these eyes, and I feel like other people that have these eyes, it's because they have this mind. So other people with this mind, I feel like you're friends with them. You know these people, and they keep you safe. You keep them safe. You're a watcher, but there's other watchers too, and you guys are all connected and watching everything. And none of you go down. You guys are all pillars, pillars for society. Things like this, whether people know about you or not, you're always there. And I feel like and so are the other ones. And I feel like the doctor card. No, that's why I say a lot of I hear doctor, doctor, give me the news. That's why I say a lot of people they might not like you at first, but God, did they learn to love you? I don't know. You got things to say. They like you because if they can get over their self hatreds, or there's someone that doesn't have them, they get inspired off of you nonstop to do all these great things that because they didn't understand they were missing pieces here and there. You somehow fill in the void. You have it in you whether you discuss it or talk about it or not. If their mind is seeking it, they can pull it from your eyes, and I feel like you allow this. If you don't allow it, then you end up cloaking all the time. So it's like, and then not everyone gets information. So I feel like you want to open your eyes up and be open and look exactly how you feel like you want to look. You don't want to put on any type of show for anybody, not with any expressions. So that way, whatever the eye is telling the viewer or the person or whoever's looking into you or looking into your eyes, it tells them exactly what their mind truly wants to know and see. Instead of any facades, there's no facade. So that way, when people start projecting onto you, you know that that person's messed up for real. Something's wrong with them because you did absolutely nothing but trigger their subconscious. And a lot of times you do this just by joining a chat room and saying the wrong thing on the wrong night. And they're going through something and you didn't even know it. You're like, I didn't even know. I just got here. And I'm personally offended and I didn't even do any of that shit. And I'm someone who actually got the demon exposed on them. And I went at them my style. What's my style? 305 no love. All right. We did brutally on his tarot. All right. I went on there and I got railed. I got a gang of people messaging me and I started going ham on all of them talking shit. One guy was, I don't even know if he's real, but only one person I connected to did that with it wasn't a shithead. Everybody else was fake or the same person again, or and a lot of those accounts got deleted right after. All right, some of them were like, I feel like I gave them genuine insight. But either way, point is that you trigger people's insecurities, but it's because they push it onto you because of a mirroring effect. You have really, really nice deep eyes, and you're a very, very, very wise individual, male or female. You have a patience to you. You know things. So I feel like even when you maybe stumble, you have confidence. So and this is stressful for people. So I feel like they realize that you have eye contact. You just don't necessarily deploy it or use it. You know what I mean? Like, why would you? You know that it comes with a risk. So I feel like the inspiration card, I feel like even if you don't fully know what you're talking about, like you kind of are, it's almost like you're regaining a memory when you start discussing something that you didn't necessarily know when you randomly know. There's like a claircognizance to you, but you kind of say it and you're like, wow, that came out like a flow to you. You end up knowing, understanding things like this without really needing much insight or anything. And the more eye contact you can suck from someone, I feel like, and penetrate someone with, and like go back, like keep an eye channel connection with. I feel like the more they're on your level, I feel like if you're a male, you're the Osiris. If you're a female, you're the Isis. I feel like something like this. So either way, I hope you enjoyed. And you have some very intense eyes, and a lot of people can see the importance. I feel like in the power you have behind them, and a lot of people just really like you. and love you and want some more of you. And I feel like a lot of you fall in love with you. I feel like the only ones that truly fall in love with you are the ones that are just like you. You'll know because of their tactics. They will never really project onto you too much. You know what I mean? I feel like they might if they got issues, but I feel like not naturally. I don't know. Not in person, that's for sure. Not when there's eye contact involved. I feel like no, you're gonna feel the same way about it. So I feel like when you feel the giggly, lovey feelings for someone, oh yes, they feel them just the same back as you. Okay, and it isn't because I feel like you, as I say, it's gonna be hard for you to date. Either way, I hope you enjoy it and you have a great day. What do they think when they look deep into your eyes? Whew. Okay, my phone's probably charged now. I'm gonna catch up on if there's any chat. It doesn't seem like there is. Nope. Okay, perfect. I shall put this here. It helps me remember that Dylan once has that question. I'd like to help Dylan out. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on. And why not? Either way. Option 2, destiny, glamour. Hey, what do they think when you look deep into their eyes? Destiny. They get really relaxed. You have a relaxed vibe to you. I don't know, the glamour card. Okay, they think you're pretty, dreamy. I feel like if this is like, if you're a man, there's like a little bromance, right? If you're a woman, there's like a little, I don't know what to call that, sisterly love. But I feel like because you guys aren't really sisters, what was this? Oh, oh, well, I'm happy to hear that, Susie. I'm glad you enjoyed. I love when people tell me this. Thank you. I'm glad. And that brings you some insight. I feel like some empowerment. Like you got some serious lenses there. Either way, so the destiny card and glamour. That's what I say. I feel like you might cause someone to feel insecure. You might give people insecurities, but I feel like only same sex, things like this, or same gender preference. So, like, if you're, I don't know, you get it. Like, anyone that's your sexual competition, they want to look pretty for. So, like, say you're a girl and you like girls, all right? And then this guy likes girls. I feel like there's a competition showdown that's gonna happen there with you and this woman who likes girls too. Do you know what I mean? There's gonna be an intimidation factor. There's gonna be a need to argue with you. Like as I say, some people are gonna argue with you, and I feel like most of you it's gonna be same gender. Like, okay, like it's gonna be that girl likes boys and that girl likes boys. Now, when you eye contact with the other girl, she kind of gets a trigger of like an inner confidence issue. Like it like dominates them, but they allow it themselves. I feel like because they're setting a standard. They see you as something really pretty, and then they compare you to themselves, and that's just not what you do. Everybody's got their own pretty. You know, a long time ago, I was reading something. It was just a random comment. It was this girl who was really pretty, right? But she had like a really strange mouth, but she was still really pretty. It was like a photo of some girl sitting on a rock, and she was a very pretty girl, but she had plenty of imperfections. I didn't I mean, so it's like, yeah, if you focus just on that, she doesn't look attractive. But as a whole, her whole face was pretty. And someone said, "Oh, I just love this model. She has such a European look." And I'm like, "Ah, that's so true." I was really little. And it clicked to me. I said, "That's what it is. She has a look. And it's her look though. And it's beautiful. Right? It doesn't necessarily look like whatever you deem perfect or not." So that's why I say like it's her own beauty. So that's why I say and men just like skin. So it's women that kind of low key set the sex I mean the attraction standard. I feel like men just drool over whatever the hell we put in front of them to eat. Sorry, men, but it's true. I feel like intelligence does play a role, and then the men get picky, and then they get types and all this stuff because they just start getting too much intelligence up there. And I feel like, as I say, the smarter the man, I feel like the more picky he is because he's going to be too fucking smart. You got to be kind of a dumb man and just be like, I love skin. And I mean, and then look good. But then you can't be too dumb because then you're all like, I like skin. I can't keep my dick in my pants. You know what I mean? I like too much skin. So as I say, men are complex in a particular way that I've learned. I've been studying them. But either way, you somehow, so like if you're a man Men like your appearance. They like how you look. They might want to try to copy your look. Women too, like women v women or men, you know what I mean? But it also cross genders or whatever, because it's all about whoever they're trying to attract at the end of the day. So I feel like if you're trying to attract the same things they're trying to attract, if you're bi, oh god, you're like everyone's enemy. Fuck. Okay, if people think you're bi, you're still someone's enemy. Everyone's enemy. Breath. Okay, so I want to say destiny, sleeping, relaxing, and breath. Disco ball, though. You have a fantastic smile. People love your smile and they think you smile with your eyes. People think, oh wow, what a bright smile, such bright eyes. I feel like, I don't know, they like your smile, they like your teeth. I feel like even if you have imperfect teeth, like I was just saying about this woman, it's part of your look and it just creates a face that's yours. This is everyone though, but people genuinely just really like yours. Maybe you're very symmetric. This happens if you're very symmetric or very like, if you're too plain, right, and you're too symmetric, you start looking like whatever people want you to look like. You start looking like whatever their mind is like kind of like seeing you as. Like the imagination is very strong. It plays a role here. And I feel like the breath card, I feel like you can tell people all sorts of things about you and they still will imagine what they want with you. I feel like so a lot of people get lost in your eyes, I want to say, and they start to daydream. Like they but I feel like a lot of them don't let you know. So I feel like if you've noticed that people have a habit like as a whole, like it happens way too often. Like so it's not like, and it might even happen with people that aren't even attracted to you or like people you're dating or anything like this. It just happens from people sometimes. You feel like they're not listening to you, and I feel like it's because they're not. It's because they got lost in thought and they're thinking about something because they're looking into your eyes. And I feel like it's because they start daydreaming. Like you inspire people to get relaxed, sleepy, and begin to like daydream, like Sandman energy, and you can like read their dreams maybe. But overall, they start to daydream and think on it. I feel like so even after you talk to people, they start daydreaming on you and thinking on you, conversating with you, imagining you're with them still, or like wanting to find you again real quick. Some of them get real pushy and they're like, "Man, where's that person?" You know, a lot of people are very shy to do this. They feel connected to you, and I feel like it's all because of how happy your smile is, how bright you are. Firefly. I feel like if you're someone who doesn't smile often, and like say you got neighbors, you never really smile to them, and then when you do, they know it's genuine. Like I feel like maybe you're going through things and you didn't see them, so they always see you looking like. But then I feel like if you ever make the eye contact with them, you smile at them, and it just goes in flow, and they can see into your eye that it's genuine and you're happy, and it makes them feel special. I want to say, and everyone likes to feel special. You know what I mean? So that's why social media is so popular because it's a way for people to feel special. I'm not trying to say that in a mockery way. That's just a human nature thing. People need to feel a purpose. And I mean, a lot of people will find a job that gives purpose or a hobby that gives purpose, but a lot of people keep putting purpose in other people's. You know what I mean? Like you can't put your purpose here to be here for other people because that's not the purpose of life. The purpose of life is just to be here and interact with it and do what you want with it. I saw this one guy who posted something about, um, oh darn, I don't remember it, but it was about how people make people want to kill themselves, and I've thunk on this a lot, and I feel like yes, it does superficially, but in the end, it's no one's responsibility like this. I feel like you'll never know what'll trigger someone. You could say something that like I've triggered people completely while doing my own thing. Okay, not even intentionally, and it drove them bonkers. You know what I mean? And to the point where they were telling me you should kill yourself, and it's because they wanted to kill themselves because of how bonkers I was naturally driving them without knowing. So it's like if I actually am around someone who's not going to project it onto me and they're going to take it in, that's a terrible blame to put on somebody. Do you see? So it's like not all there's a gray matter in the world. I feel like yes, not everything is so cut and dry. I feel like both parties are kind of like wrong there, both statements. The first one, you're right, that one's wrong. The second one, that one's wrong too. But it's more right than the other. Do you know what I mean? But there's a gray area there. That's why I say there's a something with that. So I feel like you have this look in your eye that brings joy for people. People like you. Luck is on your side. I feel like people feel lucky to encounter you. I don't know. I feel like people that are genuinely nice to you, they reciprocate you well, and like You guys have pleasant exchanges and things like this, and they have nothing but good nature on their mind. Like they're just complete strangers. Okay. I feel like they have luck about them. They get blessed, kind of. Like if you bump into someone at a Wendy's and you guys have a nice, fun chit chat about some burgers, that person ended up getting a free burger by accident or something. And they're like, wow. And it's because they brushed up against you, your greatness. You have greatness in your eyes. I want to say, but a lot of people probably say it's your smile, and it's like, no, no, it's your eyes. Very old soul type people. They probably tell you, they can tell that I don't know, they see your wrinkles. They can see that you smile with your eyes, something like this. That means you're a happy person. If you have smile wrinkles, it's because you constantly smile or laugh. Okay, but if you only get this ones, then it's because you're constantly, you know what I mean? Like the wrinkles, they're gonna come, but it's gonna go off of the face expressions. Okay. So either way, tarantula. A lot of people like to even kind of stalk you. I feel like they fall in love with you. You get lovers. Love, love, lovers. Okay, the maiden card. I don't know who you are, male or female. Oh my gosh. Looking in your eyes. I feel like you could meet somebody that is just as like intense as you with this eye contact here. Like, oh, I don't know. They looked at me. They looked me in the eyes. Oh my God. I don't know. There's like a whiff of it. I don't know. I feel like you have this. I feel like, but you meet someone maybe one day. Joy, yes, you're trying to meet someone that gives you that inspires that or invokes that or emotes that from you. They make you lose breath. You make people lose breath. That's what I'm saying. I feel like, and you know this about yourself. There's like a charmer sense, a blessing. You know what I mean? Like you know this destiny. I feel like you kind of maybe I feel like if a man here, maybe even women, but I feel like it's mostly men. I feel like a lot of you use this to your advantage. We have the kisses card, the wishes, the true feelings. I feel like it's all true. You charm people with truth, though. Like you're not charming them for anything other than for them to be with them. The thread card. I feel like you're trying to find romance. If I feel like if you found it and you're like not single, I feel like they better make you feel like they better make you melt like butter, like you make them melt like butter. Because let me tell you, if you every time you smile at this person, I don't care what they say, if they don't fucking melt, it's because they hate you or something. Tarantula, I don't know. They're not a soft, cuddly thing. They're a furry, creepy thing. You know what I mean? Like they're not it's different. They're not there to bring you joy. They don't find joy in it. And I feel like, and this is, you have a joyful face. Your face, when it's happy and laughing, and when you're happy, it triggers joy in people. So if this person isn't getting joyful off of you laughing or smiling, I feel like you might be saying, even not when you're saying things mean. I feel like you're being nice and things like this, and it's genuine. Maybe even privately, you're watching a show. If it bothers them or they don't like it, it doesn't like it's not like contagious. Yes, it's not contagious. Like your laughter is contagious, and I feel like if other people aren't laughing with you, I feel like it's because they're watching you. I don't know. They're just trying to watch you, and I feel like, but they blow you kisses. I don't know. It's kind of like a fakery. A lot of people are fake to you. They're jealous of you, I guess, because you have these exciting eyes that everyone thinks is your smile or your mouth. But I feel like no, it's your eyes. Your eyes are intense. You might have a really nice smile too, obviously, but it's something about the way your smile is with your eyes, the way you smile with your eyes, something like this, like half moons or something like this. Picturing like a Buddha from Buddha smile, like very joyful. Okay, spread seeds of joy like wildflower, and no doubt you'll revel in the results. I feel like you're someone who likes to make people laugh. I feel like, and you do a great job. Your eyes. I feel like you might make certain eye gestures. This makes people laugh the most. Your reactions. I feel like your natural ones. All right. If you ever get spooked or something, this is probably the cutest thing ever. You have someone that likes you. Luck is on your side. Yes, no. I feel like you found somebody that appreciates that pretty smile of yours. Okay, they want to kiss it. You have somebody, the festival card. I feel like they want to take you on a date. They want to take you dancing. They want to do something exciting with you. They want to kiss those lips. They want to see those lips laugh. They want to make those lips laugh. I feel like you make them laugh. I don't know, with those eyes. I don't know. They like to look into your eyes. They see such a comfort in you. This is a particular person. Okay, little luxuries. Oh my God, I feel like it's too intense. That's why I say whatever effect you have on people, like say you're a man and you got like this eye look, okay? the smolder. I feel like, oh my God, it happens to this person too. There's nothing they can do. This is your power. They're weak to this power too, I feel like, but they can control it maybe. I don't know. This is someone that misses you. Anchor. I don't think they like you a lot. They don't think you like them. I feel like, but this is somebody. I feel like they love they love when you make them laugh. They love when you give them like real big eyes. I don't know that when you get when they say something shocking to you. This person likes to shock you. I feel like this person likes to laugh a lot. Firefly, I feel like they're exciting, whoever they are. They're like the disco ball, and I don't know, this they feel like you're the party and they're the disco ball, or vice versa. Like they feel like kisses, as I say, they're blowing you kisses. Festival. Create an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. Oh, they want to have a date with you. The maiden card, I feel like spontaneous. I don't know, just some sweet stuff. They want it to end with a kiss. What do you need to release? The thread. I feel like this person feels like they're your soulmate, but it's because they've connected with your eyes. You guys might have the same eyes. I feel like this is somebody that looked into your eyes and you guys have the same eyes. Straight up. They're like, I know those eyes when I see them. Oh my God, you make this person so excited, but it's because they see that you have their eyes. And I feel like, and they like to make you laugh. This is somebody that likes to tickle you. I feel like you might not like to get tickled. I like to get tickled by this person. I feel like not literally, but I feel like if anyone's gonna tickle you, it's them. And I feel like this is somebody who probably maybe I don't know, like they that's what I say. There's like a tickliness, then I mean a touchingness to them, but they're not. They're if this person's touching on you, you're not gonna creep up like it's a spider. Okay, no. I feel like you're gonna feel like it's that maiden coming over, and then it ends up like giving you goosebumps, and like that goosebumps goes to your pants. You know what I mean? So male or female, whoever it is, I feel like you love their touch. I feel like you might have had someone that used to try to touch you or used to massage you or something, and it was not a connection. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. This person likes to touch you and look in your eyes. This person wants to have sex with you and look in your eyes. If they did this, God, this made them so hot. Ah, they probably wanted to kiss the shit out of you. They probably did. Oh, I feel like this is what they're thinking of. As I said, you inspire dreams. This is someone's fantasy about you. They're just like, oh my God. They just want to sit on you, hold you, ride you, snuggle you, whatever. They want you sitting on them if this is a man. And they just want to look into your eyes again and again and again and again. I feel like this is somebody that wants to have sex with you. As I said, you have someone around you. Luck is on your side. I feel like you got really lucky fighting this person. The maiden card. That's what I said. This is like a prince and a princess. All right. You guys both love each other's eyes. All right. And I feel like a lot of people maybe don't like your eyes. Or maybe a lot of people talk shit about your eyes. I feel like, but a lot of people like to color you. Or maybe someone, I want to say, maybe people try to tell you you have like teddy bear eyes. You know what I mean? Like they try to say you're empty or you don't got a heart or you're not loving or you don't love anyone or and they try to say you have like dark, empty eyes or just soulless eyes or something like this. No, this is some projection. No, God, no. I feel like shit, no. No, you sit there projecting all different ways. You got like fly eyes. I feel like you can project 20 different types of things and angles onto this person. No one can read your eyes, but this person can. This maiden, this Prince Philip, whoever he is. I feel like whoever they are, kisses, they're blowing you so many kisses. Wish, 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 true feelings. I feel like they didn't get to tell you this, but God, they're like, I want to look into your eyes. I want you on top of me. If it's a man, he's like, I want you on top of me and I miss you. And I don't know, you looked into their eyes. They've tried to maybe do this again with someone and it just wasn't the same. I feel like this person maybe they ruined their nut. If there's a man, he tried to do this with someone else and ruined his nut. Assertiveness, no, I don't know. As I'm saying, there's an assertiveness in your eyes though. Okay. So as cozy as you are, this is what people like about you. There's like I feel like some people see you as super cozy and that's all they can see you as. And then I feel like some people see you as super assertive and tough. I feel like we might have a work face and a chill face. I feel like everyone loves your chill face. Oh, you're okay, your work face, your work eyes, sunflower, bright, happy, knowledgeable, informative, absorbing, even like listening. I don't know. Rise up, stand stronger and true, not afraid to speak up. I feel like people can see that you're capable, you have understanding, and I feel like so when people don't treat you that way, I feel like you feel like why are they doing that? Because I don't know, people can read this off of you. So when people don't treat you that way, when people treat you dumb and incapable, it's because they're projecting onto you. I feel like you know this, but there's so many different things that people can project onto you. These is like your eye. All right. There's so many different things that people can shoot at you and then you shoot back. You just look around. Like you might even have eye control movements with the muscles, something like this. Either way, you stand up for yourself. You might be the maiden. I feel like that you're tough. I feel like, or you might be, you know what I mean? Like you might be gentle but tough. And I feel like it's so is this other person. They very much like that you're tough. I feel like they love that you're gentle though. Oh God. That's what I'm saying. This is stabbed in the back. As I said, this person knows you could be tough. So I feel like this person is a little like I feel like even though you have a great smile to you, I feel like they can see beyond that. Stabbed in the back. Heartbroken, pain, separation, deception, and shocking attack. Okay, so I feel like with the little blade, I feel like this person wasn't actually attacked, I want to say, but well, no, they kind of like, okay, there's heartbreak. I feel like this is someone you used to date. You broke up with them. Pain, they really liked you. Separation, there was a separation. Deception, they feel like, okay, I can see that you have an assertiveness to you. That they were attracted to this highly. And I feel like, so they like this about you, but God, they were super impressed that you were cuddly. As I'm saying, this person appreciates your eyes. It makes them think of a cuddly bear or something like this. It doesn't make them think of anything bad. It makes them think of something to kiss. As I say, you got really dark eyes or just really bright eyes. As I say, something. It makes them think of like something that they like to hold and cuddle and snuggle. I don't know. Maybe even just the color. But overall, I feel like deception, though. They feel like you deceived them. Shocking attack. You did some type of shocking attack to them. And they don't understand why. They saw it as you were lucky. They felt lucky to have you, find you, date you, and they treated you as such. They don't understand why you did whatever you did to them. I feel like you might have ghosted this person. I don't know. They keep blowing kisses, destiny. I feel like, but they ain't waiting up all night waiting on you to kiki. All right, they ain't sitting there like Nick Kiki. Do you love me? No, they don't expect no one coming to their window. No one throwing pebbles at their door. All right, the tower card. No, this person is extremely isolated. But overall, this person is someone that I feel like they read this off of you that you're isolated. And this is someone who says, yeah, they agree they are, but they're like, but you are. But this is someone that's a mirror. So they're reflecting it all back on you. They're like, I touch you sweet and gentle and you know it. And you touched me sweet and gentle and you know it. They're like, I was lucky to find you and you're lucky to find me. Why did you stab me in the back? Rise up, stand stronger and true. Sunflower assertiveness. They're like, you're not that assertive if you can't stand up and tell me why you poofed on me. Okay, they're like, I still love you, though, blows kisses. I still want to take you on that date. All right, looks at the stars, clouds card, blow the weather permitting, who cares? Destiny card. They're like, I still want to try to do something with you. The breath card. I feel like joy card. They're like, you give me so much joy, and this person feels like not enough people appreciate you in the way that they do. The tower card, they're like, I'm off on my own though. They're like, I ain't holding my breath for nobody. So that's why I say they see it as in you feel the same exact way. So this is somebody I feel like that likes you, loves you, wants more of you, wants to date you, feels like you guys should be dating. They get so excited when they see you. Little luxuries. I feel like you don't even got to give them anything. You don't got to give them nothing. It's all about just being in your vibe and hanging out with you. I mean, maybe if you guys hang out all the damn time, I feel like, and you run out of things to do, the festival card, I feel like, and what do you need to release? I feel like when things are quiet and nothing's going on, I feel like it's the middle of winter and there's nothing exciting to do. You know, like, what do you guys do? Can you guys actually, like, do things together during down times and stuff? And I feel like this is someone you can. Destiny card, I feel like you guys are kind of busy. As I said, so overall, this person spots you, notice you, and is drawn in directly because of your eyes. Fuck what you think. I feel like they might have told you this and you forgot, but they told you basically that they really liked your eyes and it's what made them want to talk to you. So this is like somebody that found you on a dating app or spotted you in public and walked up to you and just approached you and took a chance. And destiny. Oh, that's interesting. It's making me think of this time I talked to a guy at a bowling alley. I don't know. I just had to talk to him. I liked his eyes. He had eyes like me. But either way, I never called him. I asked him for his number and I never called. Okay, there was thug shit on. I don't know. I was scared to call. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't think this far. I just did the first step of asking for the number. Get the digits. And then I was like, never mind. By the way, luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Like, that's about being fun and having fun and little luxuries. I feel like you don't need much. Cheap thrills. I feel like you're a walking disco ball. That's why I say there's something that you hide about yourself. And I feel like, and this person sees all of it. They see all of you. They like all of you. They love all of you. I feel like they fell in love with your eyes. I feel like this person would have never talked to you if they didn't connect to your eyes. I feel like they looked into your eyes and they were like, oh my God, I want to kiss the person. I want to hug that person. I want to hold that person. They're like, man, why do I want to hold them? Assertive, I feel like, and they do it. They poke you, they talk to you, and they don't understand why you stab them in the back. They're like, what did I do? They're like the tarantula card. They're like, was I creepy? Did I do something creepy? I feel like this person, whoever they are, I feel like they like to look in the eyes. They see it as they have a tendency to maybe go do something, intensity to them. But they're like, luck is on your side. I'm not a bad person. I don't know. This person sees you as the best, and they're like, that means you see me as the best. This person is big on this whole mirroring effect here. It's almost like they're epiphanying on this. Like, wait a minute. If I, okay, they're like, if our eyes are the same and we feel the same, then it must be the same. So like, then what the fuck is up with the stabbed in the back card? They're like, why? What the fuck is that? Yeah, like, you ain't the same. Stand up and tell me you're the same. You ain't the same. This person is like, I feel like destiny. They're on a destiny. They're doing something, and they felt like you were part of it or something, or a portion of it. They feel like it was part of it either way. It was to bump into you, surprise. As I said, they didn't try to find you. They weren't looking for you. They feel stabbed in the back by you. They feel like you ditched them. They have the tower card. You know what I mean? You left them behind, maybe. Stabbed in the back. You stabbed them in the back. You guys had a plan. You changed plans. Stabbed them in the back. Like if this was Sleeping Beauty, she's still sleeping. She's waiting for you to wake her up. The Maiden card plus Destiny card. Get real. If this is Snow White, she's still waiting for her prince. If this is it'd be like whoever you are, male or female. I know this person's still waiting for you to explain why you stabbed it in the back. What did they do to you? They thought everything was great. So why it was such a surprise attack, I want to say. All right, and we have luck is on your side plus the clover. So I feel like you're someone that's very good luck, and so is this person. I feel like you might stab everyone in the back. I don't know why. You might be someone that's a self-saboteur. I feel like this person finds your eyes too important to give up on. They're like, I don't want you to sabotage this. I feel like you can't stab me in the back if I don't let you. I don't know. I feel like, and they never let you sabotage it. And then eventually I feel like you might ghost this person. So as I say, this person thinks on you a lot. They feel like it was meant to be to find you, but I feel like they're at a state where they're not really knowing. They feel like maybe you don't like them. You left them because that speaks volumes. So they're like, even though they feel like they generated a luxurious experience and surroundings, and they offer you nice dates or something, and they want to take you places, they feel like they don't know your true feelings. So I feel like even though they look into your eyes, they read it and they're like, it's not lining up. So they're like, I don't know, the breath. They sigh, and I feel like, and they just kind of go to bed on the concept. I feel like this is somebody who just, I feel like dreams about you, fantasizes about you, but it's because you somehow put them in their mind. They've had sex with you before, they dream on it still, they imagine on it. I feel like they don't understand why you left. The clover card, they see it as this is their best interest either way. I mean, they're not holding any type of grudge towards it. I feel like breath, no matter what they've ever said about you. I don't know, they connect with your eyes and they care about this more than whatever. I don't know. And I feel like the festival card, I feel like they're always going to be willing to want to go on a date with you and talk to you. They wish for it. They want your feelings. They want to know your feelings. They want to know if you, they're like, if it's because you just didn't like me, they're like, that helps change everything. I don't know. This person, I don't know. They don't understand why they were able to connect to you and see like themselves in you. You have like, I don't know, they could see something in you that they resonate with. And they felt like you did too. And then all of a sudden you didn't. And I mean, you never came to get them. You never woke them up. You never came to kiss them. You never went to take them on a date. You stood them up. You did something. And I feel like the joy card. I feel like overall, true feelings and joy. I feel like they were you did this on purpose. The clover card. That's why they're like, if you did it on purpose, they're like, okay, well then it's good we're not dating because that means you're a really mean person and you don't like me. They're like, but if you did it by accident or something, surprise, something came up, the clover card, and you didn't know how to talk about it, I don't know. They're like, get over it. I don't know. This person is like, I don't know. They find you to be lucky, they find you to be sweet, but they are on their own. So I feel like they don't really hold on to you the way other people maybe do. But I feel like they really had a high appreciation value for you. They really appreciated you, just you, as you are. I feel like little luxuries. I feel like maybe you gave this person a gift, maybe you never gave a damn thing. They're like, that's all I need. I just need you. You don't need to give me anything other than your time. This is somebody that just wants your time. I feel like in how y'all spend that time, I feel like it's very, 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 very flirtatious and fun and sexy and tickly and giggly and nice and eye contact. And I feel like coming and lots of sex and eye contact with sex and all these things. Luck is on your side. I feel like, damn, the best can be here, believe it type of thing. And I feel like they're just like, whatever, I don't know. They're focusing on what they're doing, but I feel like whatever they're doing is in kind of like a state of just like, not recycle, but like, not rinse and repeat, but it's kind of like on snooze. They're just going to be doing this for however long. They're chilling, they're napping, basically. I feel like life wise. You know what I mean? So whatever they're doing, that's what they plan on doing for a while. It's comfortable, and I feel like, and they got room for you. I feel like they want you in their bed, things like this is messages from them. So what do they think about? This is all things they think about when they're looking in your eyes. They want to get you in bed. They want to sit on you. If this is a woman, she wants to sit on you. She wants to get on top of you. She wants you on top of him. If you're a man, shoot you. I mean, whatever fits the rules. They want eye contact. They want kisses. They want sex. They want orgasms with eye contact. They want hugs. They want all this stuff. I feel like in all over the place. Destiny. I feel like they even dream about it. As I said, this person might get wet dreams over you. So I feel like, and it's all because they looked into your eyes. Oh my God, they want more. I feel like this person just wants to wake up and look into your eyes. That's why I say that person is like hella intense and in on like digging you. Okay, they're like they really like those eyes. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. That brings you some insight. Maybe you and this guy or girl can connect finally, get those eyes connecting, and have some New Year's sex. Maybe New Year's kisses and New Year's sex. I feel like you guys can maybe close your if you this is an ex. I feel like you guys probably close your eyes while you kiss or something like this. Maybe this guy peeks. He likes that you close your eyes while you kiss if you're a woman, and also I feel like during the sex, I feel like as I'm saying, they weren't expecting that. That was like some surprise shit, and they can't stop thinking about it. You guys maybe did it by accident. Destiny. They're like, that was destiny. They're like, I had no idea, and I wasn't trying, and I was just peeking, and you were peeking at the same time, or y'all just crossed eye contacts, and you guys, it was right when it was going down. So I say this, I feel like this is somehow locks this person, and they just love to dream about you. I feel like if they ever start dating someone else, I feel like then it probably stops. But over now, as I said, I feel like they got no plans on nothing. I feel like, but they're not against anything. They're just chilling. So either way, I hope you enjoyed. And like I said, maybe it brings you closer to that person. Bye. See. I always get so many dirty looks, especially from women, and long stares from strangers. Yes, me too. Bug eyes. Yes, maybe bug eyes. I want to say big bulgy ones, or just like I was saying, you have muscular movement like this. Like you can move it. There's like there's like a flexibility to your muscle, your ocular muscles or whatever. You got control over them. I've seen some people that like push their eyeball out, something like this too. All right, I guess maybe chameleon eyes. Either way, I hope you enjoyed. Okay, that's for John. That was a while ago. No, that was just recently. Okay, John probably caught that one. Either way, but option three, trust. Trust these nuts. Okay, I don't know who you are, but you're a jokester. What do they think when you look in deep into their eyes? I feel like you make people laugh. If people try to do staring contests with you, they have a hard time keeping a straight face. Glamour. I feel like if you don't even like, okay, you're someone maybe that doesn't really, I feel like you don't downplay your appearance. I feel like you have a nice confidence to you. I feel like, but isn't over zealous. Overzealous? Is that the word? Either way, I feel like you probably look at yourself and you're like, I should brush my hair. Oh, I should probably go do this. Oh, I should maybe put a little more effort. Maybe I should change my clothes. Maybe I should do this. Maybe you don't go out often, or maybe you only go out like once a day or something. There's that little frump to you, but I feel like only you're the one who sees yourself as frumpy. You are super sexy. Okay, and you have something with your eyes. I feel like the justice card. No, you have a judgment to you. You have judging eyes. Mercury, oh gosh, yeah, no, you got some messages to be said. I feel like, okay, glamour card. You go a little too hard on your appearance. I feel like it's kind of like people with bad jokes and they use appearance as like the butt of their jokes and they try to make fun of like unattractive people or ugly people or people with malformalities or defects or anything. And they try to use that to be the butt of their joke, right? I feel like you somehow don't like these types of jokes or something like this. So I don't know, but you have a look to you that people can't really insult. Everyone kind of likes you. No one ever calls you ugly or terrible. I feel like, and if people do say it, it's like they instantly kind of feel stupid because I feel like you're just whether you're just plain Jane or not, I feel like you're just not insult looking. Like people aren't gonna insult you. You might be blessed with beauty or something, glamour. You might have real nice sex appeal to you. I feel like even if you glamour up, maybe it's like too glamorous, even like you feel a little out of place. So as I say, no one can really roast you on that level. So I feel like this is some type of shield for you. All right, for you too, I want to say Mercury, say what you need to say or say what you want to say. I feel like you get away with saying a lot of the things that I feel like a lot of people won't. And I feel like it's because it comes from a pretty face or like a smooth face or something like this. And I feel like I'm looking into your eyes and you're like, bullshit. All right, I want to say people push their imaginations onto you. And I want to say it's something with the eyes. Not sure what they're thinking, but they're imagining shit. And it's their own imagination and it ain't even you. So you like people will often probably look you in the eyes and try to tell you what you need to do. You know what I mean? Something like this, like what you should be doing, and it's because they're kind of telling it to themselves. The trust card. People dump on you. They trust you. I don't know. What do you need to release? I feel like people like to cry in front of you a lot. I feel like you might cry alone. Maybe you cry around other people, but not often. And I feel like it's not on purpose. I feel like it just doesn't happen. I don't know, the Mercury card, the trust card. Okay, so people instantly start to trust you and want to spill the beans and tell you everything that they think about themselves. All right, it's like almost like they're telling on themselves, but they use you as the focal point. They feel like they're talking about you. So I feel like no one ever really. Hold on. Really sits there and insults your appearance. I feel like you're too neutral. And then I feel like it goes for everything you speak to. Okay? You're just too neutral. Hold on, I'll read that. But you're just too neutral. Everything you say is true, and it's said good. It's said in a way where people, it's said politely, it's said politically correctly. I feel like as best as it can be. If you're dealing with things that you want to say that are not easy subjects or sensitive subject matters, I feel like you have a good finesse to it. You have a mannerisms that allows you to speak freely. I feel like, and you don't really get too much mud thrown on you. I feel like people genuinely they see you and your look and everything you got, and they're like justice. They see it as you're not unattractive. You're very polished. You're nice. I don't know. You're not too much. You're not too little. You're just right, and they trust you. And then when you say things, wow, they trust the things you say. And I feel like it's because of the way you display what you say. I feel like you dance around certain words and you say things a certain way so that everyone can try to be happy. And I feel like and not get upset. And if you do, maybe you automatically correct that so that you know what I mean. There's a sense of jumping through some hoops here. And I feel like it's because of some type of eye contact. So, what do they think when you look deep into their eyes? I feel like they don't want you to. These are people that avoid eye contact with you. These are those types. I feel like if you have a particular type of people, I feel like if you know a particular person specifically, maybe you know like two, three people that don't like to hold eye contact with you. Anyone that never wants to hold eye contact with you, whether you know it or not, it's because they don't want you to read them. They feel like you can read them. People feel read by you. They feel under pressure. They feel watched. And I feel like if you're dealing with any type of criminal, oh, you gonna make him sweat. Okay, hold on. I gotta turn my lamp on. You gonna make that motherfucker. I'm gonna make you sweat. Yeah, sweat till you can't sweat no more. You know, them motherfuckers are gonna sweat, sweat, sweat like a pig, like you're roasting a pig, and it starts to sweat. All right, I feel like no, and I feel like because you just talk openly and freely, and I feel like, and you is obsessed people. I don't know, and they feel like when they look into your eyes, there's a spook. but they trust you, so they tell you things. But if they keep staring into your eyes, there's an intensity, they break. I feel like everyone kind of just tells you things. No eye contact needed. This is just like a vibe of yours. It has nothing to do with your eye contact. And I feel like in what you say to people has nothing really to do with the eye contact. But there are certain times when you like to look at the eye. I feel like key important times for all sorts of particular individuals. So like you're a fantastic public speaker. You know what I mean? Like if you do public speaking, you can't look at one person the entire time. You have to browse through the room. So I feel like there's all sorts of tricks to do this. I feel like you connect to everyone in that room. There might be fucking 44, there could be 4,000 people, there could be 20. I don't know how many different shades of green are on here, even some orange and blue. You see my point? You can beam into everyone. You stay connected to the entire audience. You have some type of watcher ability to you with your eyes. You can um not I mean maybe watcher, yes, but no, more so like analysis. I'm picturing like a Terminator. Like if okay, if security job or something, multiple screens, you're someone that can do this and keep track of it. Your mind holds it. So I feel like eye contact, people have a hard time holding eye contact with you. And I feel like and you at times might have a hard time holding eye contact with other people. And I feel like it's because you got a lot of situational awareness. I don't know, you're focusing on other people. So I feel like when people get shots of you because you like say I'm picturing someone publicly speaking, standing in front of some type of audience and they're connecting, they're maintaining connection. They're not like thinking and looking off and like, looking at the space in between and ignoring the audience. They're actually connecting to them and I feel like and when people connect to you, they feel it. They're like, "Ah, you looked at me. They looked at me. Oh shit, they're looking dead at me." The mask card. You might be an entertainer. So people find your eyes. I feel like no one really gets to see the depth in your eyes. I feel like everyone sees your eyes from a distance or not in the right lighting. You might wear sunglasses. You know what I mean? People don't get to really look into your eyes. And I feel like this is all your own way of hiding some type of deep connection you receive while looking into people's eyes. I feel like you might be an empath. Yeah, empaths are fantastic at being comedians if they can just get some balls. We just gotta get some grow a pair of balls, and then we can do this. Eh, but yeah, no trust card. People trust what you say. If you know what I mean, any jokes you make, any statements you make, people understand it and follow it and listen. I don't know, melancholy. I feel like kisses. Some people try to look into your eyes and kiss you. They make someone to kiss you. You might be someone where people like you might be a real deep looker if you actually do connect in their eyes and you lock in with them and you start talking too deeply while looking into them, they might kiss you. And you're like, "Why did you kiss me?" And they'd be like, "I thought you wanted me to because of the way you were looking at me." You know what I mean? Like that you have a depth to your looks that make people wonder with their imaginations, but you're glamorous. People want to kiss you. You got a cute, pretty face. You have something. People like it. The mask, I feel like you could put on any type of makeup, you could put on any type of clothes, you could do your hair any type of way. People are going to want to take those glasses off, look into those eyes, and get deep with you and make you feel uncomfortable, even they want to look so damn deep into your eyes. But it's because they want to just keep staring and drooling and thinking and releasing. And what do you need to release? I feel like you make people get horny with eye contact. I feel like whether you're trying or not, this is like a dandy. Someone that's funny, charming, and I want to say open with their mouth. Yeah, no. Yeah, true feelings. I feel like you are very open with what you say, and it's true. It's your feelings. People know this, and they trust that you have the basically a good portion of people's ears. People listen to you. People follow you. People care what you have to say. And I feel like, and you do that, but you work extensively hard to make sure that you're properly expressing yourself. The mask card. I feel like I feel like you're not. There's dark mode and there's mask mode. You're either on or you're off. The light is off or the light is on. There is no in between with you. Okay. And I want to say you're very polite. So I feel like you don't feel the need to hold back on what you say, especially if it's true. There's a lot of autism humming in here now. Like you might do things and you're like, what? It's true. And you don't realize there's an insensitivity to you too. But either way, when people look into your eyes, they just want to keep looking into them. They don't want you to look away. They're like, what are you doing? People get jealous even if you start looking at other things. I feel like if you're staring off into space, people wonder what you're looking at. If people can see that you're not looking at anything, they're wondering what you're thinking. I feel like this is when people look into your eyes when you're not even looking at them. Like you could be looking at that person and like say you're talking to, as we say, you might talk to a lot of different people. So when you're talking to like four different people, you're looking at this guy, and those three are still looking at your eyes while you're looking at that guy. You know what I mean? And they're it's, you know what I mean? So like people are there's a sense of people looking into your eyes, and it's not super personalized for them, and then it kind of can be or is, and they woo. Everybody gets a little goosebumpy when you talk to them or look them in the eye. I don't know. You might have a bewitching look to you, or like I said, there's a depth in you. People can just look into them. There's a comfort. There's a trust. People have missed your eyes. People that won't even know you will miss you. Like they'll feel like you're someone. You remind me of my sister, or you remind me of my brother, or you remind me of someone. You remind me of someone that I miss and wish I could hug or something like this. And it's the eyes. And you don't even necessarily have to have the eyes. It's just you open up this sense of longing. So if you meet someone and they don't actually have anyone that they're missing, I feel like then they'll genuinely miss you. They'll be missing you and dreaming about you and daydreaming on you. I feel like your eyes might actually decoy a little bit here. True feelings. I feel like if you don't like this, like someone, you might express to them, "I'm sorry, I don't like you," but you have a hypnosis to you. Yes, it's what would I call that? Not hypnotic, but there's a hypnosis to you and like compelling or something like not detoxifying. Intoxicating. There's an intoxication to your depth of your eyes. So I feel like if you're trying to teach someone something, direct eye contact to someone is really good, but a lot of them won't be able to hold focus because they will begin to daydream. But I feel like that daydream is somehow the learning curve. Like whatever they start daydreaming, what you're talking about is how their brain is starting to code it into their mind. And then you might have to go over the lesson again with them so that they can actually listen now that their brain's been prepared for it. Something like this. But overall, I feel like eye contact is very powerful. I want to say to send information. You can actually say things without speaking. Okay. Eye ventriloquism. Yes, I feel like you have this. You can speak to people telepathically. I feel like I don't know. Either way, there's a mask here. I feel like it's an autism mask. It's not really a narcissistic mask. I feel like there's a truth teller nature to you. There's a sense of you finding different. You're confused about beauty standards in a sense. You look at yourself and you're like, I look fine. I don't know. I look good. I look pretty. I'm happy. Someone's like comes up to you and they're like, they're doing all the other opposites of you. How come you don't wear makeup? How come you don't do this? How come you don't do that? I don't know. I'm fine like this. Why do you do that? Why did you do that? And why did you do this? And then they get angry and you've offended someone and you're like, why? All I did was ask them why did they do it when they asked me why I don't. You know what I mean? So that's why I said there's an autism here to you. And I feel like the older you are, I feel like the more clever you are with this. I feel like the more younger you are, the more innocent you are. But overall, I feel like that Mercury card will never change. You'll always try to perfect your words perfectly and articulate them well so that people don't misunderstand you. And I feel like, because trust card, you don't like people to mistrust you. The glamour card, you're a trusting person and like you're just being yourself, and people genuinely overall say they trust you and they like you. All right. And I feel like if you have any type of loudness to you, spicy peppers, you see how those are spicy there. If you have any type of, I mean, spiciness to you, a temper or anything like this, some bite, everybody appreciates this too. I feel like they see the intensity in your eyes. A lot of people, when you get upset, I feel like you might not reenact, but you kind of humorize. Like it's either the lights off or on. Like you're either being really nasty and mean and cold, no light, no sunshine, there's nothing. Like you're very empty, like a detachment. And people don't like that. It's a very uncomfortable look when you talk like this and look at them. But then there's also this, and a lot of people they don't know if it's fake, they don't know if you're acting, they don't know if you're genuine, they don't know nothing. But it's because you're autistic. You're just kind of doing your own thing, and you're not even thinking about what other people are thinking. You're thinking of you're doing you. So I feel like there is a mask there, but it's like it's kind of like just because people can't look at all that color, and I feel like but you can't hold all that color in. So I feel like people still look at this. So overall, I feel like you're kind of like maybe an autistic that doesn't really have a mask. You didn't hold a mask growing up or something. You've maybe put one on a little bit here and there because of people. This I feel like, but I don't know. There's a sense of people always looking into your eyes and being able to meditate and contemplate. Okay, trust. As we said, you're someone that could teach very well. Like I'm picturing now, like a teacher talking to their students. But eye contact is key with this teacher, whoever you are. You're someone that can teach. I feel like you can upload into eyes, something like this. So everyone that's looking into, they're looking into you to upload and absorb some information from you because you're speaking. It's not because you're not speaking. And I feel like, but you're capable of speaking without speaking by using the eyes. So I feel like, and mostly when you're angry. So I feel like you don't necessarily practice that skill, but I feel like you have the mask card. I feel like you got a lot of skills, talents, and a lot of people wish they could be like you. A lot of people get excited when you look at them in the eyes. And I mean, like I said, like there are people in the crowd, and you're the mask. You're the entertainer. And I don't know what you're entertaining with, what you're doing. Like I'm picturing, I pictured a comedian so far. I pictured even a teacher giving on a good lecture that's like more entertaining, but it's still very thought provoking. So maybe college teacher, I mean, something like this. You're a very interactive teacher. You're great at your job or whatever. If not, you should be doing these things. Either way, the thread card. I feel like you have a high transfer rate telepathically with your eyes with soulmates and things like this. People that connect to you, people that let you in. You know what I mean? And I feel like with meditate and contemplate, people genuinely feel like you're patient. A lot of people get upset, like say you're a teacher and like someone's not understanding the lecture. This person's worried you're genuinely going to be bothered by that. And I feel like, and you're not. So like there's a patience in you that people kind of expect you to break, but it's because everyone kind of maybe is a little touchy and you're not. I don't know. Maybe you do break, but you never break on like this. I don't know. You could understand. If you get eye contact with someone, I feel like it helps you understand your emotions even. You don't get overly emotional, you're more thought provoked. Things like this. Like I feel like you get a lot of it's more so what do you think, all right? When you look deep into other people's eyes, people wonder, what are you thinking looking into my eyes? Oh my God, what do you see? That's why I say there's an authority over you. There's an authority about you that goes over people. People feel like you're their authority, and I feel like you could just be no, you could just be a housewife or something like there's a house husband or a house. You could just be like a regular person here. All right, the lizard card, you blend in. So a lot of people don't get to look into your eyes, as I said. And I feel like, and if they do look into your eyes, it's too far to really see any depth. They don't really quite, they can't tell the color. They can maybe get some lighting shots and see it. And I mean, so like they don't know too much of it. A lot of these people that are looking into your eyes don't know shit about you and they can't really maintain connection. But even though they can't see your eye, the moment you actually shoom and make that direct eye contact with that person to talk to them and connect to them, they're hooked and they're watching forever now. And now that person's hooked. And now that person's hooked. You can bring people in with your eyes. And I feel like it's because what you're speaking will actually energetically travel to them. This is like a gift, I want to say. Yeah, you have a good eye contact. Size card, lizard, and blending in the background. I feel like you kind of. I feel like you don't have anyone around you really getting too personal with your eyes. I want to say if you have dark eyes, I don't know, maybe I feel like people might have made you feel bad about them overall. Or maybe you're someone that really, 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 really likes dark eyes. I feel like, and if you have dark eyes, I feel like you really, really, really like your eyes. So when people don't like your eyes, you're like, what? Why? When people get weird about it, your eye contact, you wonder, what? Why? The wish card. I don't know. You kind of wish to understand why people treat you this way with your eyes. And I feel like here's why is because you could fucking pull that energy, you can pull it right out of them. It's like a transfer. They're telling you something for you to give them that info. And I feel like you openly talk to people and connect with them, but then they have to give back in order to keep the current flowing. Okay? So I feel like you charm something like this. The mask card, you're very charming and funny, persuasive, something like this. And your eye contact, I feel like it's all natural. You just naturally are like behaving and responding and it's like responding, I want to say, reacting to something. And people just like your eyes. They like it. They like to see you do this. I don't know. The lizard card, the size card. So I feel like you're kind of sad that you don't get to look people deeply in the eyes or in person. I feel like you don't got nobody around you really. Meditate and contemplate. I feel like you got a lot of alone time. So a lot of people can see that you look lonely in your eyes. They can see that you're single. If you say you're single, they believe it. If you say you're sad, I feel like people can read you in your eyes. You let them. I feel like you could probably turn it off, but you let them. They can read the emotions in your eyes. So like if you're actually sad and like wanting to cry, people can kind of tell. Okay, so I want to say you're kind of like an empath that can reflect it onto people, and then they're temporarily gifted with empathy. So you make an eye contact with someone, and even if you don't, they're tethered to you. They're locked in on your eye while you're looking at that person, and now they're tethered to you. Everyone's emotionally tied to you now. And now, when you go through some emotions, they go through some emotions. If you start laughing, they start laughing. It's creating an energetic vibe, and you control it through eye contact. And I feel like, and you pull everyone in like threads. All right, they keep all eyes on you, locked on you. I feel like not necessarily like. I feel like some people, yes, they very much do. Okay, but most people, I feel like no, they're mentally connected. Once the eye contact bridges and connects to the person, they maintain connection and they'll stay in flow. So I'm picturing like someone doing a show and everyone's like amping up and going with the person orchestrating. You're very good at orchestrating with your eyes. I don't know, opportunities. And for like a fern without warm sunlight. That's why I say there's like a dimness to you. The melancholy, that's why I say, so you start connecting with the audience, you might tell something sad, everyone feels it. And I feel like, but if you laugh, then everyone's gonna laugh. So I feel like you might make people cry, laugh often, and it's because you're making them feel double types of emotions. Like you really, I want to say, you nail it out the park. You're someone that can connect so deeply with these eyes and hold it. I want to say, even hold this connection. The glamour card, I feel like, and you don't even gotta do nothing glamorous. Maybe just put on a little eyeliner, maybe put on a little lip gloss. I don't know when you're ready. Hey, belladonna, silence. Listen more and be quiet. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Power symbol. I'm like, this is you're like the master of disguise. Okay, you're the master of. I'm picturing the mask, like how he was the master entertainer on on the movie The Mask. And belladonna, silence. Listen more and be quiet. I feel like so you kind of. I feel like you listen more and you're very quiet. I want to say you have this Mercury card. I feel like you go through periods of talking, spouts. I feel like the mask card. I feel like you detach and you talk, and I feel like and you're happy and you talk. I feel like you're always talking and having fun. You find a way to always do this glamour card, and I feel like in a non-glamorous way. You don't need a big stage. I feel like you might just need just maybe a friend, some type of person to talk to. I feel like you might only need one person to meditate and contemplate. Oh, you might just need one companion. It might even be just a pet. You might just need one pet. Do you know what I mean? Something like this. You just need one little companion in your life. So I feel like, and you like this. I don't know. What do you need to release? There's something people feel like, okay, people push their emotions onto you. So, like, if someone's sad, they come to you and they're hoping you're going to help them release and make them happy. So they might cry, laugh with you. You know what I mean? But they might try to tell you, they might look at you and they feel sad. So they're like, what's wrong? So, what's wrong, Nicole? And you'll be like, "Nothing, I'm fine." And they're like, "Are you sure? Because you look like you wanna cry or something." And then you'll be like, "No, I don't know." They somehow confuse the energies with themselves. So size card, I feel like some people you just can't talk to, the wires are crossed. I don't know, not today. All right, I want to say not everyone has the same emotions towards you all the time. Sometimes maybe you're not. That's what I said. There's a dark mode and there's a bright mode. I feel like sometimes you're dark, and not every those people that loved you yesterday, they don't necessarily love you no more today because you're not saying the same things that they. You're not connected to them no more. So you're talking about something else that has nothing to do with them. Do you know what I mean? So now they don't necessarily like what you're talking about. Maybe you detached. I don't know. That's why I say power symbol. What you say is powerful. It hurts people's feelings even, and I feel like you don't even try. So there's a sense of you, not today. I feel like the size card, I feel like if you're feeling dark mode, I feel like you kind of try to stay away from people and places and things. I feel like you might not date. All right. If you're dating anyone, you don't go on no dates during that time. You're like, no, I'm staying home. Right. The lizard card. I feel like not, and I don't know, there's only a particular type of person that's going to be able to understand you when you go dark mode. And you're like, and I don't necessarily have anyone around me that I can trust like that. So you don't wanna offend people or hurt people's feelings, so I feel like but you don't avoid people. So I feel like you end up maybe going dark mode on people often. And Mercury, though, they don't say nothing back or they don't even argue with you back. I feel like they just listen. The power symbol, that's kinda like they take a lecture. Silence, they just get quiet. Not today. I feel like people try to avoid you. Like if you wanna try to talk to someone, like you got something important you wanna talk to people about, there's an intensity to your eyes where they don't wanna talk to you in person. I feel like that intensity of their eyes is they're not gonna be able to talk about it. Opportunities. I feel like, okay, you might wanna talk to somebody in person, but they're kinda dodging you, and it's because of your intensity of your eyes. I feel like whoever this person is, I feel like you guys can meditate and contemplate. There's a swim effect with this person. You guys get along great. You guys are a good balance. So you can talk to this person, but they're just a little scared of what the things you have to say. And this person is someone who, when they look in your eyes, all they can see is how gorgeous you are. I feel like this person might have seen you at your worst. Like you might not have washed your hair. Like this is like a guy you dated and brought him over and didn't wash your hair. Or maybe you were still in your work clothes and you didn't tell him. And I mean, there's something like there's a sense of like you didn't do it on purpose. Maybe you were tired. I don't know, but basically meditate and contemplate. I feel like there's some like a companion. Like you get along great with this person. Power symbol though, you want to talk to them. You pull out your pinky, you pull out your power. And they're like, not today. A lot of people try to avoid eye contact with you, I want to say. And this person, they're trying to avoid talking with you when there's eye contact because they like you so much. Power symbol, you have so much power in your eyes with this person. They just think you're so beautiful. You make them drunk almost. That's why I say silence. I feel like they can't even talk around you. They can't even speak up and be themselves. They're so in love with you almost, like so in awe. Not today. They run from you. They avoid you. And I feel like, and you hate this. You feel like this person doesn't want to look into your eyes at all. They don't even like you. And they're like, no, no, I avoid eye contact with you because I love you so much and I can't talk to you normally when you give it to me. Drives me fucking crazy. It drives this person crazy. And this is somebody who's Mr. or Mrs. Meditate and Contemplate. They don't never go crazy. Okay, photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, and make new memories. Not today. So I feel like this person, I feel like they avoid you, but gosh, they sit around and stare at you, or think about you, or stare at your text and reread it all the damn time. They got you on their mind like crazy. They're trying to formulate what they want to say to you all the time. Trust, I don't know, they look into your eyes and they trust you. I feel like this is somebody who doesn't look in your eyes and then they start to not trust you. They start to a mask starts to creep over you and they start to think you're a bad person. And I feel like a narcissist. And then I feel like and then they make the eye contact with you. Oh, they remember why they love you so much. They get that connection. They realize, oh my God, no, like maybe you talk to them in person. Maybe you type something to this person and it's very maybe cold and they read it wrong because maybe they're going through something, they're having an emotional moment. So they read it wrong according to their scene. And then they get upset with you. And then I feel like then you talk to them. You look them in the eyes and you talk to them. No, no, no. It was like this, that, and you talk to them. You don't break. I feel like you don't you can hold eye contact. You don't lie to them. They can see this. This is somebody that can study eye contact and see for hints of lying. And I feel like, but you're a curveball to them because you're autistic. This fucks everything up for them because autistic people don't look at people and people with Asperger's don't like to look at people. And you're somebody who maybe kind of don't like to look at people, maybe only certain people. The clouds card, maybe once you only get to know them better, or maybe just when you're shy, there's a shyness to you. I don't know, but this person ends up thinking you're somehow a narcissist. And I feel like the photo card, but they sit there staring at your picture and they avoid you and they think it's because you're going to be like someone that they used to date that was like that. And I feel like, and they just don't want to deal with that. They like you too much. And then when they go to talk to you, they end up fucking it all up because they can't act right because you have eye contact with them. I feel like this works even with just videos, like a video chat. This person could be on a video chat with you and they're not even there. It's just you talking to them and they're just like, they can't. They're just like, I am so not today. I feel like if you're trying to talk to them and you want to look at them and you want to talk to them face to face, like I can't do that. Opportunities. They're like, I'm trying to build up the courage. I don't know. You somehow make people somehow lose courage. I feel like they get a little stressed. They can't always read you. Size card. I feel like you're tired of people not being able to read you. I don't know. Meditate and contemplate. So what do they think when you look deep into their eyes? The photograph, I feel like they look at photographs and they try to get comfortable looking into your eyes. That way you won't be so not intimidating, but so oh I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Awe-inspiring. So gosh, like oh God, oh my God, oh my God. I was like, all this person wants to, there's like all this person can speak. The child card, photograph. Yeah, no, I feel like you might make this person feel young. You might look down on them. I feel like you might even be shorter than them, but you somehow make this person feel like a little kid. Maybe this person did something wrong to you and you want to talk it out with them. they have a really hard time talking it out with you because you make them go silent. They look into your eyes and they just can't. They like if you were in person, they would kiss you. They're a type of person that doesn't like to use a lot of words. They don't need a lot of words, and I feel like and then maybe they're bad with their words. But if they're in person with you and you're trying to talk to them, there's no words to be needed. I feel like you guys wouldn't even argue. There would never even be discussions to be had because there's no words to be needed. This person is like very, very in tune. And I feel like and so when they connect to your eyes, they're like frozen stiff. Not even like a stone, like a Medusa thing, but just like a I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I didn't even necessarily care what you there's a stutter like they're in awe about you. And I feel like and you're just so glamour card. I feel like you don't even realize how gorgeous you are. This is the only reason they can even talk to you is because I want to say you kind of just naturally don't overhype your gorgeousness. I feel like if you did, oh God, it'd make it 10 times harder for this husband. There's a sense of this person trying to get familiar to how intense the familiarity is in your eyes. This person has deep soul connection to you, and it makes them like freak out. I feel like, and if they're in person with you, oh gosh, it's a good freak out though. I feel like they want to kiss you and just not have to talk. Silent. No, let's not talk. Let's just kiss and have sex and hold each other. And we don't need to talk. You don't need to talk to this person. Just look me in the eyes. Oh, you don't need to talk to me. I don't know. Don't talk. I don't. And so this person kind of avoids you because they don't know how to actually talk to you. And you're kind of trying to maybe talk to them. The trust card though, they trust you. I don't know, they trust you, they love you, they wanna hear what you have to say, they wanna talk to you, but they're trying to get the courage, the photograph card. I feel like they wanna do it face to face, they wanna do it in person, but they don't want your gorgeous, sexy ass to distract them, and they're gonna get a boner, and they're not gonna be able to focus, and they're gonna go quiet, and you're gonna take it wrong, and they're gonna fuck it all up, and then you're gonna go dark mode on them, and they're like, "No." That's why I'm saying this person, like, is they're like, I gotta be in person with them. That way, if things go wrong, I can just kiss them. I know if I can kiss them, they will never be mad. They trust this. You guys like each other's kisses. I think you maybe you told them, oh my God, if I was ever mad at you, what would you do? They'd probably be like, I would just grab you and kiss you. I don't know. Like this person just sees it as a man, he would just bear hug you and maybe try to kiss you. Even if you didn't want it, he maybe kiss you on the neck, he'd tickle you. He would totally change the vibe. Easy, because he doesn't wanna hear that Mercury card, he don't wanna hear that shit. Not at all. I feel like this is a man, if this is a man, it's a woman. I mean, if it's a man, it's a man's man, and if this is a woman, she's a woman. I mean, if it's a female, she's a fucking woman, and this is as I said, this is a boy, he's a fucking man. He don't like no one to treat him like a child, he doesn't like anyone to make him feel like a child because he's not a fucking child, and neither is she. So I feel like even though this person can behave childish, I want to say they hold all their shit together and they do everything that they're supposed to do. They're a very independent person. This is like an orphan card. So this is like an orphan that grew up. If you better believe that they're fucking stable and solid as fucking. Even if life gets rough, they know how to live on the street. Do you know what I mean? They know how to handle life when it gets rough, and they know how to crawl out of the dirt and be something. You know what I mean? They know what it takes to crawl out of the dirt. Do you know what I mean? So it's like this person, power symbol. That's what I'm saying. They basically they don't like that vibe, and you're not trying to do this to them, but their behavior is making you take this tone with them, or maybe not. They're worried it might be, and they hate this tone, so they're trying to be near you. So that way, if you take that tone, they just give you kisses, hugs, and loves, and they apologize. They do whatever they need to. Okay, the Mercury card. They don't want to be mommed or dad. This is somebody who's like, don't tell me what I can or can do. Don't tell me what I can't do. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me that. I don't know. They like force it. They don't like it. I don't know. And I feel like this goes for a male or a female. Maybe it's the both of you and you both resonate with that. But either way, true feelings. Yeah, no, I feel like this person's true feelings for you. I feel like you feel it when you look in their eyes. The stars card. That's more about wishing. All right. Six of is that one? Yeah, the Six of Cups. So I feel like they look on this photograph, they look on this picture, and they miss you, and they stare into your eyes. I feel like they look into photographs and look into your eyes as practice, but they talk to you too. So I feel like if you receive any telepathic messages, I feel like this somehow strengthens it for them, just for the imagination effect. It strengthens the mind. It solidifies the mind. It forms an imagination. Like they feel like they're talking to you, even though you're just sitting there and the mind will give the messages size. I feel like if someone is open to receive messages, they will. Opportunities, I feel like the opportunities never seem to come. I don't know, but they see it as, I don't know, you got the biggest beautifulest eyes ever. I'm looking in your big brown eyes. Yeah, I feel like if you have brown eyes, they love that song. They think of you if they hear that song. Kisses, they want passion. This person, I feel like if they kiss you, they're instantly hard. If they look you in the eyes, they instantly start to like swell up. Like, and I feel like not even on some perv shit, just on some I love you so much shit. And they like they just they're in love with you, and they're that turned on by what they see when they stare into those eyes. I don't know. They love the look you give them. Maybe they're taller than you, or maybe something like this. You end up looking at them in a particular angle and they just love to look at you when they talk to you. I feel like if even when you're at eye contact with this person, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This person stares at your pictures just to look into your eyes. I feel like to help them though with some confidence issue, they got some type of confidence issue. The King of Wands, though, I feel like they don't need it. They don't realize this. They have a confidence issue that someone's put in their heart. I want to say in their heart because I have this card afterwards, but it was upside down. So I want to say maybe an ex has somehow put it in this person's mind. I feel like male or female. That I want to say that they're I don't know something. The King of Wands, they're not nothing special. They're I feel like they're just like this they're frumpy, and no matter how hard they try to fluff themselves up and look pretty, I feel like they're still frumpy, and that's just not fucking true. I feel like whoever you are, you're a very good-looking person. Okay, whoever they were just talking shit about you. They wanted to hurt your feelings. They wanted to try to put a lie in your head. They wanted to fuck up your future with dating. They're just a nasty bitch, whoever that is, male or female. They're just fucking with your future from the past. That's what I'm saying. There's a confidence that has to be obtained from, I want to say, one of the people, mostly the male, and they use photos to do it. I don't know, they practice looking at you, something. They have a way to look you in the eye without actually being in person with you, and they do it. And I feel like not today. I feel like maybe they skipped today, but I'm teasing. But overall, I feel like they avoid you until they can feel like they can conquer this. I feel like they're not even trying to conquer you. They're just trying to not have you conquer and defeat them. They're trying to come over there and hug the bomb and put it out and kiss it. Like they want to, like say there's a bomb with a fuse. They're trying to get to you before the fuse blows. They're trying to build up the confidence to do it. It ain't happening today. They're like, not today. I know they've been putting it off for who knows how long, but they're trying to come over there, grab that bomb, and kiss it. And the kiss makes the fuse go out. And then, you know what I mean? So they're not trying to have you blow up at all like this, like a star exploding. No, not at all. I feel like they're just, I don't know, they're intimidated. Opportunities. I feel like they've tried a couple times already. They've made a couple opportunities, and I feel like it stressed them out. Power symbol, they got to try to rebuild that power back up. They stare at your pictures, they get more confident somehow. And then, boom, I don't know, they break silence at some point. But overall, they keep pushing it off. So, this is somebody who wants to look into your eyes just so bad. They've done it before, they miss it. I don't know, they have a way to do it. They have pictures of you, they have something and they do this and I feel like you're sad and they hate seeing you sad. They can see when you're sad. And this is somebody that can tell when you hide sadness. I feel like not a lot of people can. This person does. This person sees it as opportunities. Gosh, they want your glances. This is like someone that you side glance to or something. Or you look up to them. That's what I'm saying. Like they get glances from you. I feel like this is somebody I feel like they might have been real quiet with you when you had sex. Okay, listen, you're the only person to ever make this motherfucker speak. This motherfucker, this man, he has never spoken while fucking. Like maybe like no, he's always kept it quiet. He's a quiet fuck. Alright? But he wants to be loud. He's been forced to be quiet if this is a man. I feel like women too. I don't know, maybe out of shyness. I don't know, but they feel like they could get loud with you. I don't know, something about the way you look at them. You give them some type of look, like a bad look, bad girl look or something. Oh, but you're the best girl. You're a good girl for them. That's what I'm saying. They like you. The mask card, I feel like opportunities. They need to try to figure out get better opportunities. I feel like before you go boom. Maybe fireworks. Maybe before New Year's. This is looking like some fireworks off in the mountains. And I feel like you know what I mean. You're watching them alone. Maybe they're trying to figure out how to get to you, but them eyes dim. I don't know. They're trying to figure it out, and I feel like and they just keep pushing it off, and you just keep sighing. So you're just like I feel like the trust card. I feel like but you trust this person. If they told you that, it's true. This is what you tell yourself. If they told me they like me, then it's true. If they told me they were busy, then it's true. If they tell me that they were sleeping, then it's true. I feel like this person, you or this person get confused with each other. But if you ask each other about it, you know that each one of you speaks the truth. This person feels like you do, whoever they are, and you're the one that intimidates them with the eye contact, and it's because you're a truth teller. They're afraid of what you're going to say about them or say to them or be angry and say to them. So they want to just kiss you and shush you. They don't want you to say anything bad about them. I don't know. They really, really, really like you. I feel like you could say the worst thing to this person. They're like, they would still want to just kiss you. I feel like you get that pass with them. I feel like not too many people. Something about the way you're glamorous. Something about your look. I feel like you're not even trying for it. It's just you. You're just that way. You can fluff yourself up. You can maybe change your hair color, change your hairdo. I feel like this guy, like all of it. If you're a woman, I feel like he loves all the different variations you look like. But you're all natural, like in the middle of the night, like in the middle of the night. Yeah, no, I feel like this person's thought about coming over in the middle of the night. I feel like and maybe kikiing you. No, 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 the trust card. I feel like maybe I don't know. They don't trust that. Maybe I don't know. Either way, the glamour card. I feel like you're just natural beauty to them. And I feel like your look is so beautiful to them, and they like when you just look natural. They find this so nice, and I feel like in the look in your eyes, the comfort in your eyes, and the trust in your eyes, it always shows. This person feels you like some type of beacon. Like you might have some light colored eyes or not. I feel like it really doesn't matter any eye color here really, and basically they find a comfort in it. It's like a past life. I think no matter what you say or do to this person, if you just look them in the eyes, like you can control them. They read you, they feel you, they understand it. Like there's a sense of being like under your command. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're not commanding anybody. So that's why this person is like hella intimidated by it, but it's because they like it though. This is something that's like not making them want to not date you. This is like, oh my God, I gotta get together so I can date this person. I want to date them, and gosh, I haven't had someone make me feel intimidated and make me avoid eye contact like this and make me squirm ever. I'm gonna say probably this guy's never had that, and I feel like maybe even the woman too. But I feel like it's not a squirm like, oh God, I'm stressed, I'm scared. No, it ends up being more of like a squirm like, oh gosh, I'm stressed, I'm scared. What do I do? I want to hold them, I want to touch them, I want to kiss them, but I don't know. And those eyes, they're bringing me in, they're inviting me in, but I'm not capable to really do it. Maybe they tap their leg a bit, you know what I mean? Like there's sense of being really slow if you go on a date with this guy. I feel like you're gonna have to make most of the moves, and I feel like, and gosh, if you just kiss him, he's just gonna start kissing on you, like ah. I feel like no words needed. I feel like that's what I say. If you have sex with him and he speaks, this man does not speak. I feel like he's been trained to be silent, and fuck, you broke his speech. He's like fuck or shit or oh, and I feel like that's it. I feel like that motherfucker has never broke silence. I feel like God. I feel like, and you might have been looking in his eyes. That's what I'm saying. It was therapeutic for this man. It's therapeutic for this man or woman to stare into your eyes. I feel like you guys looking into each other's eyes, you guys are gonna want to have sex, but and you guys are going to kiss and you're gonna want to touch, but it's gonna generate all that energy like as if you guys are having sex, even if you're not. So I feel like even if you guys don't have sex, the energy that y'all create, in if you're in person, it's gonna actually like put sex in the air or something. People might come over and think that you're inviting someone over and you're banging, and I feel like and you might not even be banging. I feel like you guys are just energetically swirling together, something like this, and I feel like it's through the eyes. And I feel like I'm not sure if you could do this with everybody or if they could do this with everybody, but y'all could do it with each other for sure. So either way, I hope you enjoyed and that brought you some insight. I feel like geez, you got an intense look to yourself. And a couple of these piles here, they very much had people loving it and wanting to date them and things like this, like a deep aspect. Either way, yes, I hope you enjoyed. And if I don't talk to you, I hope you have a great New Year's. Okay? Yeah, I'm going to catch up with the chat. And yes, Dylan, I remember we have to ask that question. Okay. Oof. Whoa, there was a lot of chat. Where was I? You picked pile 3? Okay, I just finished. So card reading is scary. Ignorance is scary. Turn it down, not personal attacks. Agreed, Timothy. It's John's like, agreed, Timothy. With the other statement, people feel what they don't understand. That's not true at all. I'm sorry, Oasis. Waste of space. People can't feel what they don't understand. If they don't understand it, it's because they've never felt it before. They can't feel something they've never felt before. They can sympathize. Unless they have given a gift of empathy, they can't actually feel it. Only empaths, only empathetic people can do it. Not just anyone. Trust that. Okay? Fear. Okay, no, fear is what is cause, it's a reaction to something that they don't know. They fear unknown. People fear the unknown, not the I don't understand. Okay? People naturally will fear the unknown because they don't know it, they don't understand it, so now they've created fear. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I don't know. Cards can be terrifying for some people that are very sensitive. But either way, Timothy Goodwin, yes, John, thanks. Okay. Who says I'm personally attacking you or felt personally attacked? I want to say, wait, hold on. Turn it down. Yeah, no, I would say the same thing. I feel like, honestly, my opinion, Oasis is just rebuttaling. Card reading is scary, so he's like, "Shut the fuck up, so your ignorance is scarier, bitch." Shit, like, straight up, and this person's like, "Don't talk shit to me. Why are you taking it personal?" Okay? So it's like, card reading is not scary. Why are you trying to talk shit on my channel? A waste of space. Way to let him know he's a dummy. And then I wanna say, and now a waste of space, I'm gonna say, "Let me elevate you with some knowledge." Okay? Because you seem to have a good grasp of things, but I want to say you're not a know-it-all. No one is, but I want to say you're onto something, but you're a little off. So it matters. Unless it doesn't matter to you, then just ignore me. You're right, and I'm wrong. Belief systems. And then was okay. So scary. I know it's terrifying. These little lizards. They're so scary. You know, someone actually came at me and told me they were going to come after me with all their cards. What are you talking about? A waste of space. Who says I'm personally attacking you or felt personally attacked? Exactly. I agree with you on that one. A waste of space. Very true. Timothy agrees too. Timmy's like, so sorry, I'm just a moody bitch. Okay, that's fine. No, I was saying I'm not personally attacking. Oh, they were just stating for themselves. Oh, misunderstandings and how they can be coordinated and worked out just by fucking talking. Okay, I feel like a dummy. Everyone comes up with these questions and I can't think of anything. But am I going to be the next assistant supervisor? Should I get my back fused? Like dumb questions for this. Well, I feel like what are you trying to do with yourself on your daily basis? Like, say your back issues aren't there. What do you want to do tomorrow? Like, are you someone looking for a date? I feel like ask when am I gonna find a date? I mean, if you're already married, ask when am I gonna get to fuck my wife? If you have kids, I feel like ask when am I gonna get to hang with my kids again? It could be anything. Something that you don't gotta put value on though. Who am I gonna make out with on am I gonna be making out with anybody on the New Year's? Do you know what I mean? Like it's superficial, so you must dig in the superficial pile. I feel like you could go deep, but I feel like, geez, I don't want anyone to even put anything on that, any reliability on that. It's gotta resonate with your subconscious, and it will if it will, and it won't if it won't. And I feel like it just always will. It always will, though. Either way, my fault, buddy. No, no, that's really nice of you guys to figure that out real fast and shut the fuck up over it. I think that's really cool. Okay, don't be offensive or Nicole will get angry. And it's really hot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did it by accident. It's scary. Well, at least I know my scary is hot. I want to say I petrify the wood. With how scary I am, I'll petrify you. Eh? Like a fucking log. Anyways, John laughs out loud. I'm going to shut up. I was doing so good. Okay, no, I'm in a good mood, so I can deflect that one. I had a good joke for it. By the way, that's a lot of cards. Okay, I don't know. Who knows? People have said they're afraid of my eyes. Why is that? I would say pick a pile. We just went over it. So, I've met some girls who have that crazy look in their eyes. Not saying that is your situation, but I've seen it before. He says this exactly at 4:20. Did she just say autism? I am autistic, and I know that influences the way my eyes look. I want to say it influences where your eyes go and do and the gestures it makes. And I want to say it's as an autistic myself, it's that all you're going to do is constantly turn people on with how charming you are with your eyes and the ways you think and the ways you look around. Like, oh my God, it's going to make you want to just be a zombie. If you're around someone you don't want to be attractive around and have them flirt with you, you're just going to have to detach and like ignore the fact that you're a bubbly, cool person. You're just going to have to be a zero. And then when you're around someone you actually like or know that isn't going to creep on you, then you can finally be your hero again and be yourself. Yeah, no, that's exactly what that is. I want to say, Mila. People, I want to say that is autism directly has like some type of weird aura around it, where especially for men, I haven't met an autistic man really that I know of specifically, but all the autistic women I ever meet, they just want to fuck them constantly. They can't fucking keep their dick in their pants over them. I feel like fuck, dude, men go nuts for them. They can't. I feel like in the women that they're autistic, they don't end up with the man because the man can't figure out how to date her because she's not normal. That she thinks differently. He needs to go be with a normal bitch, but every single man's gonna be like, oh my god, they're totally charming my dick, and it's like, no, you're kind of just being yourself, and like, it charms all the dicks. I'm so sorry. So that's why I say you're gonna, if you try to date a guy who's got jealousy issues, he's gonna get jealous. If you're ever trying to be your fun by yourself, or ever try to be open. Me with my ex, he would even be fucking nasty if I tried to be fun and bubbly with girls. He'd be like, "Are you lesbian?" I'd be like, "Since when? Why? Why would I be a lesbian? Because I'm having fun and being chatty with a girl." What? Okay? What? And I mean, you're gonna encounter issues. Lots of people are gonna drool over you, and it's all gonna be about that eyes, them eyes. Yeah, they're all gonna want to look in your eyes and then realize that they can't figure you out. Some people will though, but at least know that when you do pair up with someone, it's genuine because you cannot be with somebody ungenuine. It'll turn abusive. You won't be happy. I think this is pile two. I lost track, baby floor. I was wondering the same thing. What pile are we on? I'm so sorry. I think we were on pile three. How do we thank you, John? It's about the eyes, though. This might be three through. I'm sorry, Mila. It's either two or three. Tell you, you guys got to use the little thingies here. That's what I do when I'm doing timestamps. I think autistic people are good at math, though. The song was made about. I'm terrible at math, so I'm gonna say that's not right. But I am a good mathematician. That's the autism. I'm gonna say I'm terrible at math, but I'm good at math. Right, but I just do math without the numbers. Whoa, I know. Right, a song was made about that boy Betty Davis eyes. I don't even know. I can Google it though. Either way, thank you everybody for coming out. I hope everybody enjoyed and I brought you some insight. A lot of you are very, very, very good people. And you just gotta kind of weave through and just be you and like I want to say work those eyes. I want to say you're gonna find a lot of people. I want to say all sorts of different reasons. Really, inspiration, glamour, and destiny and trust, or inspiration and trust, whatever. Why is there four cards? There shouldn't be four. Either way, I hope everybody enjoys. I'm doing another reading after this. Hold on. Yes, you're welcome. I'm happy you enjoyed the show. Okay, but what do they think about it? You know, the next one I'm doing is it's a request from Kinky, and it's what will your next job be like? Okay, so if you have a new job, this is what it's going to be like there. Like, say you started a new job, or you're going to, or you wanting to. I feel like we're going to tap in. I'm going to try to figure out what type of job you might be working and whether or not you like it. We're going to time travel into the future. Okay, it's going to be fun. And after that, it's a request from Dylan. And I don't know, it's not a request from Dylan. Now we're working on Dylan's question. Boom, I remembered. Is Dylan still here, though? I don't know. I'll give him a moment to reply. But everybody else, thank you so much for coming out, and I hope you enjoyed. And while I'm hanging out, I can do some quick answers while I wait for Dylan to come. I'm not waiting long, though, because I have to pee pee. Okay, I have to go put the. And if he missed it, then I want to say he's gonna have to message me then, I guess. So I want to say, Dylan, if you don't show up and you come to the end to see if I remembered, I very much remembered, but you're not here. So I want to say, just text me on Twitter. Okay, we can get on the phone or something like this. If I'm not busy, I'm gonna eat and things like that. But either way, it's only if it's necessary. Waiting on it. We see. Okay. Oh, my back just popped. Ah. I'm hungry. I ordered a sub yesterday and a breakfast sandwich, and I ate it all. Oh, I have a donut. Yes, donut. I have a donut. I ordered an extra French cruller, okay, with my donuts yesterday for today, and I'm gonna eat that donut today from yesterday. Okay. I need my donut from just my yesterday. I saved that donut. Yes, I did. Oh, listen, I told someone once that I wanted to put a donut around someone's dick and eat them off. And they're like, "Well, my God, no dick's gonna fit in the donut." And I'm thinking, like, what donut are you using? Of course, I can make that donut fit. If not, I'll fucking I'll make it fit. What? 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 Are you arguing with me? Do you not want me to put a donut on your dick or something? Who is that? I don't know who that guy is, but I don't want to date him. He's no fun. He's all like, I can't fit my dick in that tiny little donut hole. I got dick issues. Why are you trying to put that tiny donut hole around my dick? And it's like, are you gonna ignore the fact that I'm gonna be like, nomming? You're gonna ignore all that because you think that I think you're really gonna fit in a tiny donut hole? I'm obviously gonna have to alter this donut, you fucking idiot. I don't know who that guy was, but he was some douchebag on Twitter. And I'm like, don't fuck with my joke, all right? Because my joke's true. I really want to do this. I'm gonna put a bunch of donuts on a dick and eat them. Nom nom. Right? For my own pleasure. I buy them. I buy a six pack of Krispy Kremes, hot and fresh. Okay, it's hot. This is what I think. I'm like, if I think, listen, if I think it's hot and you don't, then we're not for each other. Because I mean, I kind of like only do like the most cutest, hottest of things. I kind of don't do anything gross. I mean, eating donuts off a dick is not gross to me. I feel like it's gross if you eat donuts maybe from someone's asshole. I mean, who's going back there? No, the package, the balls keep us a nice barrier, so we don't gotta go back there. I don't know. Some women go there. Gluten is dangerous. That is not true. You know that's fake, right? Much respect, Nicole. Well, thank you, John. But either way, I guess Dylan is gone, but he's gonna maybe hear this. I'll message him maybe on Twitter and let him know. Yes, that's what I would do. I'll message him. Okay, I'll let him know. Hey, the stream ended. Yes, I know. I'm already preparing for it. I know. All right, but no, what is it? Gluten ain't dangerous at all. I want to say I learned about gluten when I was a kid, very fundamentally, and basically my teacher explained it as that it's like just the sticky parts that happen when you add water to flour. It's not really any type of chemical or substance that gets created. It's kind of just all bullshit. And a lot of science is bullshit. Like do it yourself. If you can't do it yourself, you have to trust that that person, that scientist, did the knowledge for you, and they didn't just print an article and say they did. All right, think about it. All of these Ivy League schools where we get all these articles and studies coming from them, who are they owned by? Rich fucking the ultra whites of the whites. You know what I mean? Like the world leader, domino, supreme overlords. Yeah, like maybe I'm supposed to eat Domino's. I'm gonna order Domino's tonight. Okay, but no, you see what I'm saying? Like all those schools are ran by by people with founding families and founding fathers and all this creepy shit, and they do rituals and they got like all these secret clubs and societies, and you're gonna trust information from those motherfucking witches? You know what I mean? Those universities or covens. Universities were only even like established here in America as ways to perform sexual rituals. Okay, it has to do with the whole Indian slaveries and the even the black slaveries, but overall, it's mostly more about the indigenous slaveries and the student residents. They weren't student residents, but they became student residents because they used to be the fucking people working it. Because I don't know what they do over there, but everything's ran by fucking sex rituals with these people. These Masons, all those Masons own those fucking universities, and all those universities are coming out with your fake articles that just seem like they make sense, but yet they kind of really don't. And if you could actually go in a lab, if you had the knowledge, if they prey on this, they know that 99% of the world don't have a lab and don't have the know-how and don't have the way to do it, you know what I mean, or the connection or the way. They don't. The general populace does not have this information, this way to do it. I don't care. You might think you do, that you don't. They're going to come up with a science that you can't fucking touch. And now you're just going to have to trust that those scientists are really giving you a real report. And I feel like the only thing you can trust in this world is math. I feel like because it's the only thing that's logical and true for sure. No matter what anyone says, there's fucking proof in the pudding. So I feel like everything else, I feel like it's a logic. The better you're able to flow with logic, the better you're able to filter through people's bullshit. And a lot of that shit that they say out there is just complete bullshit. So gluten, it's nothing but what you call the gooiness. It's just a nickname for the gooiness that starts to happen when you actually put the water in the flour. It creates like this byproduct that's not chemical and it has nothing to it, no odors, no nothing. It's just like it goes from being a solid to a liquid. So it's called, and it's sticky, right? And if you overwork it, it's gone. So it's not even, it's just like to label it. It's the gluten. And I mean, you've released the gluten. No, you haven't. They act like it's glue that holds the flour and the water together. Do you get what I mean? Like on a molecule base, they have the flour molecule or whatever the fuck that's component of. And then they got the water one with all of its mixtures. And they act like there's some middle barrier that is gluten. And it's like, no, it's just mud. It's like saying that mud has gluten in it if it's sticky. Do you know what I mean? No, it's not true. It's just because you haven't finished mixing it yet. They just nicknamed that midway substance that's extra sticky because all of the flour hasn't quite absorbed all of the water. It's not an actual chemical to run from. It doesn't give you issues. I don't care what your doctors have said because guess what? Your doctors are Masons too. Sorry, not sorry. This is reality. I'm from Florida. And I'm where I know all about those fucking Masons. And I sit here around these Canadian Masons. And, they wish they could be the American Masons. But either way, my point is that yeah, no, gluten ain't real. I'm sorry, Brian. And I want to say you don't have to believe me, but don't bother trying to change my mind. Keep your science and be happy with it. Go to bed with it. Kiss it at night. I'm gonna keep my logic because I know that my logic makes more sense than anything in this fucking world right now. I'll go with that. And at the end of the day, who gives a fuck about gluten? It's bullshit. I drink alcohol and I get an allergic reaction. I go Google it. Scientists say that you can't be allergic to alcohol. It's impossible. They say it's molecularly impossible. Okay, but here I am. So I want to say, don't listen to everything science says. Science has also told me that I'm supposed to be dead a bunch of times. I never died. I survived all of it. I sit at 30 blood sugar sometimes for a week. I don't even get a fucking my vision don't even phase. So I mean, like, let's be honest here. Science only says what they want us to think. Okay, and they got people out there in Mason schools giving out all of the information for us to believe. Don't believe that shit. Believe it with a grain of salt. Don't fucking live your life by it. It's like another fucking tarot reading. You don't know if that science is true. Okay. Let's see. I'm reading the cards. Okay, hold on. Gluten is dangerous. No, I'm going to say imagination can be dangerous, though, because placebo effect is real. If you believe that and you hold that and you keep that science and you build those lies into your mind, then it becomes it. You are the god of your own universe. It forms your perception. You believe it's true. You didn't break it down with you didn't break it down and play a Tetris. No, you just took what they said for what they say, and then you read into all the fear mongering that they back up fake shit with to make you think. And then now it's in your brain that it is dangerous. So now when you do consume flour and water, a magical substance is created. You could eat that flour and then you can drink that water. But if you dare mix those two in the bowl and then eat it, it's dangerous. No, it's not. The fuck? That's some fucking straight lies. I'm so sorry because you're older than you, but I hope you don't. Most people reject my logic because of how stupid it makes them feel because it's just so fucking simple. They feel so dumb. They feel so like, oh my God, how could I be so blind? And most people hate it and they tell me to go eat shit and it's not true. Science is real, even though you said basically there's no way for us to prove it. We just got to take their word on it because we can't break. Can we go break down the molecules and go check out gluten right now, me and you? Can we go into a lab and do this and see this and test it and do it all for ourselves? No, we cannot. All right, I'm not some crazy flat earther who's going to sit here and be like, we can't see the earth, so that means it's what? No, it it's still reality. You are trusting that person's knowledge. Unless you know that person firsthand, do you know that guy that wrote the article? Do you know that scientist that did the things? Did you get to watch his notes? Do you get to even see their notes during that? You don't get to see none of it because it's all fucking fake. All right? Straight up. My older sister and her best friend used to do these all the time. I'm just enjoying listening to Nicole. She talks off the cuff. Thank you. That's kind of cool. Reading cards. That's cool. I'm interested to know how good of a reader your family is. Okay, because I've yet to met another reader like me. Never. I haven't met anyone with my accuracy. Eh, I go look at other people's tarot readings and they get upset when I'm on their table. Yeah, 30. I want to say maybe past 33. It's got to be past 33 because my machine breaks. What am I supposed to do? I'm fine. I feel fine. I look fine. I'm breathing fine. I see fine. Everything is fine. But this machine says I'm at 30 and everyone says I should be dead. Am I going to believe reality or am I going to believe what that book said? Who wrote that book? Because whoever wrote that book, I'm a walking, living, breathing miracle. And like, what the fuck? Think about that. I push the limits on things and I show miracles, and it's like, no, it's just because we've been fed lies. Okay, and like, fuck, no one can ever test these lies because people don't talk, don't speak, don't pay attention. They stare at their phone all day and they don't pay attention to their diabetes. They don't do none of that. They don't test it, they don't question it, they don't do shit. Okay, they just eat the shit that was fed to them, and it's all bullshit. It's all fiddled with bullshit. It's all slurred. Right? The gluten. Gluten is dangerous. You know, I mean, I watched Miley Cyrus talk about her gluten-free diet like 20 years ago, like 15 years ago, maybe. I was like, gluten ain't real. Like, that ain't gluten. What are you all talking about? That's not gluten. And I feel like if y'all are talking about something else, it's not gluten. Label it the right name. And I feel like you can't because it's just flour and water make gluten. And it's like, no, that okay, yeah, but that's because that's the nickname for the sludgy part. Like when you dig through concrete, it comes out with sludge or whatever that is, that slate. It's like mud soil. I mean, it's still just rocks and soil. You take those ingredients and eat them alone, and it's it's not. Okay, it's not true. Thank you, Susie. Yeah, you have to think out the box, and you have to be okay with being wrong, because you have to explore and hit the dead end and then go back, and then explore again, hit the dead end and go back, or explore and explore and explore and explore and branch off and keep exploring. But you can't be afraid to like openly start to think something out, and then at the risk of being wrong, because you're a scientist. We're scientists here, or else we're fucking sheeple. We're not sheeple. We are people. So that means we think for ourselves, people. Okay, so I want to say anything you read, that doesn't mean sit there and question everything and ruin your life and be like, oh, no, it just means like read it and take it for what it's worth. Don't sit there and live your life by some shit that like don't avoid gluten because science told you to. Because guess what? One day they're gonna abandon that. They're gonna be like, turns out it's not real. Oh my god. You know, they do this all the time. Oh, sleeping 8 hours is horrible for you. You're gonna end up dying. And I'm like, whoa. And now they're like, oh, sleeping anything under 8 hours, you need 10 hours now. And I'm like, what? I thought I needed less than eight, and now I need 10. You know, don't listen to those people. They are figuring it out too, but their issues are they're not letting you know, they're just figuring out, and this is just what they think. They're stating it like it's facts because they have an ego issue and they're a fucking big university and they should be producing and giving us science and giving us results. So let's fake, fake, fake it. It's just that simple. Okay. I had a good one, nice in New Orleans, reading a good read. I wish she had been more blunt, but I was a kid, so yeah, that one was creepy. Where do you get your power to read the cards? Is it a gift? And for where from? Or can anyone do it? I feel like anyone can do it if they have an imagination and take the time to explore it openly and willingly. Me personally, I sit around telling people, everybody, all the damn time what's gonna happen and what's gonna happen if you do this. I predict my entire life till I found cards maybe 3, 4 years ago. Everything else I always did by scratch. So I pick up cards as a way to practice playing with the cards and working my psyche because I've always just worked my psyche on my own and had quite a successful life, except for when it comes to my ex-husband, which is a midlife change. If you end up leaving that person, your whole life changes. So it's not an influence on my success right now in life. But I want to say, yeah, no, I've never actually used or needed cards. I've always just used my own fucking mind and always knew what to do and always was able to guess everyone's thoughts and able to feel everyone's emotions and able to know what everybody was going to do to me. And every time I didn't listen to myself, it happened. So I began to listen to myself. And then I found cards later, like when I was 30, 33 years old. So I want to say anyone can learn to read cards. I want to say, but can it make you psychic? Not necessarily. But you can explore your own imagination and you'll never know if you're really psychic and it's been dormant if you don't try. So I want to say some people are psychic and some people aren't, but everybody has the potential to be psychic. I want to say it comes down more towards your accuracy. How more of a psychic you are naturally, like it's your mind power, it's your brain power. See, I have simian lines. That right there, that one line that goes across the hand here, and then I got another one here. This is the hand I write with. Okay, I have my simian line. I have this. It's called a spark branch. And basically, if I can get it to reach my Saturn, it means I'm not stupid and I don't have downs. Without that, I would be someone in the corner with downs. But so I'm a walking miracle essentially. But overall, these problems basically signify my head and my heart line are combined at all times, double time. Not just one side of my brain, but both sides. So I got head, heart, right side, head, heart, left side, active, all times, 24 fucking 7. What I can do with these cards, no one else can. And it's proof is in the pudding, okay? It's just what it is. It's the way my mind flows and works. And then I have autism, and then I'm an INFJ. And then I have all these different things that and then I got my life too and my experiences. So I got all of this that just makes me just know what the fuck these cards are trying to tell a bitch because I sit there and play with my mind since I was like 2 years old. That's all I did was sit and play with my mind. So I want to say you got to catch up and learn to play with your mind. And this is a great way to dabble into it. It's a great way to open that bitch up, but you got to have a nice space where you can speak without having anyone's judgment on you. So that doesn't mean be alone, but that person can't be judgmental. They got to be on your side. They got to be on your team. They got to be your friend. They got to be doing their own thing, even they can't be interrupting. You got to be able to work your imagination. So I feel like and anyone can do this, but I've just been working it since I can remember. And this is what I look like now. So I want to say I'm 36 years professional psychic. I want to say there might be people more, but I want to say not since birth. I want to say that's what you call a prodigy. Okay. So I want to say they might have picked it up at 40 and they've been working it for 20, or they might have picked it up at 30 and they've been working it for 30. But I want to say I've been working it my entire life. I just recently picked up cards to make it more. Because without cards, how am I supposed to really talk about this shit without it just being an aimless conversation that I hope sparks inspiration and helps someone? I have to use cards in order as a way to show the audience that what I am thinking is lining up with what the fuck I cherry picked of all things, not even let spirit take. I pick it myself and I let nature take its course and I allow my mind to form off of what the fuck happens on this table with these cards. People say it resonates and it resonates. And I'm gonna say it always resonates for at least one fucking person. I'm not here for the masses. I'm here for just to fucking hang out and talk to people. And I like to even try to teach people how I read so that way they can learn to read for themselves. Because you can never really read for yourselves, but it's always important to be able to learn how to read your own intuition and your own subconscious. I feel like everyone should know this. And that will make you psychic in the end. But reading other people's, you might not be able to read other people's, but you definitely, for sure, can read yours. And once you get in touch with your higher self, then life starts working out better for you because your higher self is on your side always, forever, forever. Fuck your mom, fuck your kid, even fuck your ex husband, fuck your now husband. Your higher self is here for you. Or your higher self is like the one person that never wants you to die on this planet. You know what I mean? If you're ever seeking mortality, it's your higher self. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? Your higher self's a little adventure fucking idiot who wants to stay, keep you here forever. They'll never let you die. So I feel like the more you can learn to listen to that person in you, the more better of a life you have. They're there to help make your dreams come true. But with reality and with you as the user, it's kind of like you got to imagine your subconscious is a user. It's player, enter player one and you're their avatar, but you got your own mind. So it's like you got to connect with that person that's holding the controller, and then motherfucker, you got to trust that motherfucker's gonna be able to ride your vessel through this planet, and he's gonna knock all the ninjas out, and he's gonna get you with the treasure chest at the end. Do you know what I mean? Like there's a sense of working with your higher self, working with yourself, and getting a deep inner connection, knowing. And I feel like anyone can do this. And like I said, it just makes you more and more psyche, and more weird and creepy and witchy and wooey, and everyone thinks that you're psychic. And I feel like because that's basically what it is. I discovered psychicnism just because I exist and because of what I've been able to do without cards or even knowing too much about what psychics do. My version of a psychic, and I will laugh about it till I was like 29 or 30 years old, was Chloe. Chloe, hello. Welcome to my channel. Yes, it's like 3 a.m. in Miami, and I'm just a fucking fraud. That's my impression on psychics. So I feel like, come at me, people that don't believe in psychics. I'm like, I was the better, bigger, and badder version of you before I became what I am now, before I accepted basically what the fuck the mind can do. And a lot of things contributed to that, learning about how powerful the mind is. So I feel like anyone's able to do it, but I want to say I have a gift particularly, and it's my hands, it's my mind, it's my brain. I have it proofed. I don't know, not everyone's necessarily going to have that proof. Okay. Oh, well, thank you, Susie, and thank you, John, for agreeing. That's really nice of you. Yes, that's what I try to have other people do because I had to do it. And so it's like I can and I remember everything like a nerd, you know what I mean? And I collect data like a nerd, so I try to share the data because I'm not the only one doing this. That's how I see it. I'm not the oh, just because I got these palms, it's just my way of fucking slapping it in someone's face and telling them to shut the fuck up. Can you do what I can do? Okay, I got the proof that says I don't even have to fucking do it. I can just show you. Yes, I can. Of course I can. I got the palm. Get real. I got both. But other people, they might have to exercise the mind and stuff like this. It might not be a gift or it might just be a talent or something like this. But I feel like it's everyone's right to be able to talk to their subconscious. Their higher self is their subconscious. The subconscious is just whatever goes on unsaid mentally. It's kind of like the internet of your real life. Like people hide behind whatever they're saying to you, but in their mind they're hiding what they think, you know? But that's an energy, that's it's a current. It's a thought, it's a lightning bolt that goes off in their head. There's an electricity current, it gets released. If they think it, it's released and then your brain can pick it up depending on how much you strengthen it. And awareness is key to brain development, I've noticed. The more you can understand and imagine it and function and get your brain to understand how the brain fully functions, the more you can unlock powers in it. So, what is a gift to me, I took and made it maybe more special by looking into it and getting more awareness of how it works, what to do and studying it. If other people do this too with their intuition and start to play with it and study it, they will become psychic of their own life because this is where you start. You are your creator. But then it's like connecting to other people. This is where like you have to strengthen the mind to break through their will barriers and things like this. And you have to be able to imagine it and understand it. And it's not something that anyone teaches. So it's like whenever I have a moment to vomit it out there, I try to. And I try to correct people with things that I personally know are not right for my own beliefs because I've studied them to my own extent. So that's why that thing with the gluten, no, man, I've already studied gluten because someone told me maybe you're itchy because of gluten. I was like, it's just, I can take shots and there's no gluten in my tequila. It's not gluten, guys. Like, it's not telling me I got a gluten issue. I do not need to avoid gluten. I've been eating raw cookie dough and I've been eating raw bread. I've been eating raw dough, like in biscuit dough, since I can remember. I love gluten. It's never made my feet itchy. But science says gluten will do it to me, but not alcohol. But yet alcohol does it to me and gluten doesn't. So that's why I say sometimes it takes the proof to break the lie and the example. You know what I mean? Something like this. By the way, I feel like yes, no, everyone's definitely got given some gifts, but if everyone's busy and not paying attention, then they're not gonna notice it, or they're not gonna know how to work it properly, or they're not gonna like fully believe it themselves, or they're just gonna think it's a joke. As I say, there's a power into believing in yourself. Okay. Yes, I feel like you just need to get connected with your higher self. Ah, you like that? Okay, you do that. The emoji. Thank you. You're the first person to use the emoji. Oh, oh my God. Okay, you know, I made that emoji with Apple. They scanned my face. All those emojis are custom made by me, me and my iPad. By the way, I'm getting off. I hope everybody has a great night. I'm gonna go eat, and I might do another video. Depends. I don't know. I gotta reconnect with Dylan and see what happened with him. Try to answer his little question right quick. And I want to say, John Wilson, think of I don't know. Just go ahead and try to think of a question. And you don't have to. I want to say, and it doesn't really expire. I want to say the day you have a question in mind is the day you can cash in on that question. Okay. It's just not that serious. They make me develop. They made me develop different types of things to give, and I'm like, I didn't really know how to structure that. I kind of would give anyone a question answered if I can. You know what I mean? So it's just there to be there because YouTube kind of made me make packages. So don't feel the need to do it. And also, I want to say, don't also feel the need to feel like it expires. I feel like it could be a year from now, and you could just be like, "Oh my God, you still do tarot? Listen, I found a girl. Can you tell me what that's gonna be like? It could be anything. I don't care. There's no pressures. Best membership ever. It's like the most wackiest one ever. I put the least amount of effort into it. I did it to get them off my back. They kept bugging me, do your membership, do memberships. And I did, and it was like kind of exhausting. I was like, this was exhausting. I was like, I had to think on this and come up with a plan. I saw it as a great way for people to buy personals because I do offer now the personal there with their package. they don't want to use PayPal. Like if they don't want to use PayPal to pay for the personal, they can you buy one of these little YouTube packages instead. So that's the only reason I decided to take the time to do it, and then no one ever cashes in on it. And the one person that does is John Wilson, and he's like, I don't got any questions. I was just trying to be nice, thanks. And I'm like, okay, I can appreciate that. All right, you can always you got one free coupon with me for now. All right. Oh yeah, you like that? I made a good one in comparison. I've never even browsed other people's. I'm considering membering shipping to my own memberships. I want to say just like the little cheap packages, the cheapest one is I don't know, maybe like 250. I think it's 250 for my cheapest package. And I'm gonna get 250 for my ass. No, only $2.50 for me. That's all I got for myself. Okay, but I feel like this is to pat myself on the back to let myself I did a good job. Let YouTube know this bitch is crazy. She's like, oh my god, she bought her own membership. This girl's crazy. Right, but either way, that's cool. I'm happy. Well, thank you so much. I like to hear that when I do something right. I didn't even know I made those packages a while ago. You're the second person to ever sub to them. The first person, like they did it and they ignored me, and I told them to ask me the question that they want. They didn't even say anything, and then they never even viewed my little membership area. They never did anything. And I was like, "What is this?" And I forgot they even existed. So you're the second person. What? I mean, I membership to boxing. I don't think I fully understand. You make good membership, by the way. I've been membership on others. You definitely put more into it, and I think for a price as well. Oh, what do you mean? Wow, it's a bad price? I don't even know what I put. I probably put it to discourage people. I was like, don't buy this. And if you do, I guess. But no, I want to say I've looked at a few different tarot readers that just put their prices not like with the packaging systems. They just write them in their channels. They want like $150, $200 for a reading with them with like for just a few questions and shit. And I'm like, geez, what high horse are you riding on, lady? Okay, I got the good answers. I got the best answers over here, and I don't even charge that much. Who is this woman? What swallow ship is she on right now that they think they can charge that much for some insight? It's cards. At the end of the day, you're relying on somebody's imagination to tell you what they think. That's all it is. Now, how good that imagination connects to other people's psyches is whether or not they're a good psychic. Now, it's just like if this bitch is having to swallow, swallow, swallow to get some info, I feel like it's the man that's sitting around. I don't even know what these people are doing. There's a lot of witchcraft involved in this. It's like I'm just doing my brain power over here. I'm just being a nerd, flexing my brain. And I used to tell my pen pal all the time, I'm like, I'm that kid who's like, biggest brain wins. Now get out the way. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I got the smallest head of it, but I'll bash you with it. I got the biggest brain. This is how I feel. I mean, not really, but I mean, you gotta kind of have confidence in yourself. But I've yet to meet people that can out logic me. And I feel like I think faster and more logical than anyone I've yet to meet. And I feel like, and this to me is a win. It might not be to someone else, like it's real. Someone who can't think fast and can't do anything incredible like this, they might think just blowing kisses and putting on makeup is incredible and like worth value. And I feel like that's just a waste of time. It's a gimmick. I feel like that's a con. Models? Cons. No one needs models. No one needs a model show. None of those clothes that those bitches are wearing on that modeling show are ever gonna be worn. It's garbage. Either way, it's a low price. Well, there you go. I like that. I like to keep my prices comfortable. I felt like it was high. I felt like it would discourage people. I was trying to be mean. I was like, "You want a reading? I hate I fucking hate these readings. I hate personal readings." I'm like, "Here, take that." Motherfucker. And he tells me it's low, and I'm like, "Oh," but still, it's fine. No one, everyone kind of gets it that I hate them, so no one really requests them anymore. Thank you, everybody. I love you too. But some people still do. Either way. I'm going to stop talking. You're keeping me too long, John. You have a great day, everybody. And I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Bye.